What's good, people? It's about that time to randomly relate reverse rants. No hate. So, I have a question that pretty much leads into several questions. And it's more rhetorical than anything else because I don't really I don't really care for an answer about it really on a personal level. But it's just something for the people that I name in this video to really think about. Mainly Derrick James. And not only Derrick James, but the fighters as well. Because they have an infiltrator in their camp. And how do you get along with someone like that? Now, before I get into that, let me just say this right here, okay? For all of you religious people out there that think you know everything about the world because you read a book and you seem to think you know everything, well, let me just explain something to you, okay? There's a lot of us, myself included, who have read the Bible, the Quran, the Torah, all these different books, okay, front and back. It's not about just reading, okay? It's about the study and the understanding of what you read, okay? I don't tell people what they should or shouldn't read, okay? I don't tell them what they should or shouldn't study. That's none of my business or concern, okay? A lot of you are arrogant as hell, and you think that because you wear these little goofy ass outfits that means something. The clothing means nothing, okay? I also feel when you're a religious person, especially even without being a religious person, okay, religion and spirituality really have nothing to do with the other, okay? Okay, the initial reason for religion had nothing to do with spirituality at no point. People combine things and they try to make it into what they want it to be. Things catch on, and this is why you have all these different groups, okay? At the end of the day, you all think you're so fucking smart that you want to challenge people to what your belief is. Let me explain this to you. You don't know what the fuck we know. You don't know what we study. I'm not a religious person. Okay, I grew up in a Christian home. We'd have Christians and Muslims in the family. Oh, for you smart fucking people. Okay. Anything that deals with self-improvement in a respectable manner. You see this right here? Okay. I've been studying this right now. I went through this whole thing. It's all about self-improvement. It's all about self-awareness. Okay. As well as the teachings in here. That doesn't mean I have to walk around and start wearing little funny hats and bowing and doing a bunch of little things that symbol, like little rituals. But that no. It's just like no different from somebody sneezing. You say, God bless you. If somebody sneezes 75 times, you're going to stand there and 75 times? Hachoo, God bless you. Hachoo, God bless you. Hachoo. No, at some point, you're going to stop saying it, right? It's obvious God's not blessing them to stop sneezing, right? But it's just something you were taught to say and do. So don't come in my comment section trying to tell me your fucking personal beliefs as if they're fucking facts. And the fact that you believe whatever it is that you were taught, that you think that's the key to life. So don't come trying to tell me about the Quran or the Bible as if I don't know what I'm talking about, because I simply make a comment saying, which I stand by, I wish you guys would read your Bible and your Qurans more and understand what you're reading. Because there's things in there that people clearly try to make mean something different so it doesn't look bad. Okay? Plain and simple. So when I give an example of scripture from the Bible, and your stupid ass want to come here and tell me, well, yo, do your homework, do your research. There's nothing wrong with the Quran. Fuck you. Fuck you. You are nothing but a pawn, just like anybody. When I was a Christian, I was a pawn as well. Why? Because you're believing something that you're taught. Without question, okay? I've never told anybody, you should stop reading the Bible or stop going to church or stop reading. Not one time did I. Did I? And the same way, I have the right to believe something or not believe something. That's my choice. So who the fuck are you to tell me what I should or shouldn't believe? So don't come in my comment section talking shit, because you guys are so stupid. If I sat down with you and we started going through things and breaking things down, it would be nothing but, yeah, but this and but that and but this. as I said, just like I had some asshole trying to tell me, but slavery in the Bible was different. Like, oh, so people in the Bible deserve to be slaves. Huh? People, it's okay for Lot to screw his 2 daughters. Oh, but he was drunk. See, it's always a but. There's always an excuse as to why someone did something. Because if I was to screw my daughters and turn around and say, but I was drunk, nobody would give a damn about, no, come on, Aries, you was drunk. You were so drunk you didn't know it was your own daughters. Okay, was your daughters drunk too? So y'all didn't know who each other was? I wouldn't get that same pass. If I sat here and told any one of you that I was walking outside, I was in my garden, and I'm out there digging up and planting things in my garden, and the snake came up and, hey man, listen, start talking to me, you wouldn't believe me. If I told you I was riding the back of a donkey, the donkey stops walking, I start talking to the donkey, and the donkey starts talking back, you wouldn't believe me. So don't sit up here and tell me what I need to do because you convince yourself that whatever it is you believe. Let me explain something to you. Christian, Muslim, Greek Orthodox, Buddhist monk, whatever the fuck, whatever you were brought up in, you'd be just as headstrong in that religion, but you just happen to be of a different one. There's people who are brought up in certain religions by their parents and they go and they convert to something else. And the parents don't want anything to do with them anymore. Okay? That's of God. That's righteous. Well, yeah, because the Bible says, if thou should put any God before me, then you are not of me. If you love your mother, father, husband, right, wife, kid more than me, then you're not of me. All this kind of stuff, all of these things, that's in there. If you accept it and you feel like that's right, then that's you. But don't come trying to tell me what the fuck my grown ass is supposed to believe. And I never tell any one of you what you should or shouldn't believe. So watch your goddamn mouth. I don't do debates. I don't care about what you believe in. You got people, countries suffering, people going through things, and people praying to all these so-called different deities, and everybody want to say, what I believe is right. So I guess the Bible is full of shit and the Quran is right. I guess the Quran is full of shit and the Bible is right. At the end of the day, you have no more belief in no more proof or facts of Jesus or Allah or whatever than you do of Thor or Zeus. There's no fucking facts. This is why even the Bible, it says walk by faith and not by sight. Because why? There's things that you're not going to ever see happen. And if you don't see it, then you won't believe it. Believe it regardless. Even if you don't see these things, you're supposed to believe. So who the fuck are you to sit here and tell me or tell anybody, well, you shouldn't believe that stuff, or you should believe this stuff, or no. When I say I wish you guys would read it more and understand what you're reading, is because people just repeat things. Okay? Did you not understand, dummy, the comparison that I made? Even when people, do you know I've had people sit up here and tell me, oh, well, Moses was a murderer and he was God's favorite son. So just because I gangbang don't mean, you know what I'm saying, God don't love me just as much as he loves the next person. God know we sin. God know we fuck up. And you think that that's normal? So at the end of the day, if you don't think a person like that need a better understanding, oh, well, so Deontay Wilder, he screwed his girlfriend, his brother's girlfriend, right? But check this out though. In the Bible, remember the dude that was masturbating? And that was an abomination to God. God didn't like that. So the dude's father told him, come into thy house and you will have a covenant with thy brother's wife. So wait. Even though the story in the Bible was the guy was dead, the brother was dead, so she was the widow. If my brother dies, I don't want his wife. And I would like to think that it would be the same thing, shooting of the foot. I'm dead. Now you want to try to screw, you want to screw your sister-in-law now because I'm dead, right? Do you understand? People take these things and they flip them to believe what they want, to make it what they want. You have no idea who I talk to. You have no idea what my interaction is with people. You have no idea what knowledge I have. So you need to shut the fuck up and stop running your mouths, always trying to tell somebody what to believe. Nobody gives a fuck about your belief system. What you see, if you humble yourself, you could look in the mirror and realize it's all about me improving on me. It's not about me trying to judge. Okay? Oh, I'm going to defend my Bible or my Quran because somebody said, oh, I wish that people would read and understand what they read more. Stupid. What's wrong with that? Do you read a math book or do you study the shit so you understand the arithmetic? Do you just sit there and read it? Okay, it says 5 plus 5 is 10. Okay, blah, 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 this and this. Susie has 15 apples. Susie gives her brother 3 apples out of the 15. How many did she go? Oh, okay, it's not important. I don't need to know. I just need to read it. No, you study, stupid. So you have the understanding. Have you ever been in class and a teacher have said, hey, come up to the board and show me how you got that answer? Because all you did was memorize answers, right? But now that she wants you to go to the board and break down the arithmetic and show how you got it, you can't do it. So you're not as smart as you think you are. That's what a lot of you sound like. You're quick to run your mouth to someone about your little bullshit belief. But your arrogance, it shows through even just your little messages. Who the fuck are you to tell me what the fuck I need to study or I need to do research on? How the fuck do you know what I do research on? And no matter what I do research on, there's always going to be many people that see things differently from me, just like I see things differently from them. But when someone is sitting here trying to justify doing wrong, and that's part of the whole conversation, but there's always some smart dummy that want to come in the conversation and say stupid shit. I don't play with none of you. So yeah, I will curse you the fuck out if I see you in person, whatever. It can go whatever way. It's no fucking problem to me. This is what I mean about stupid people. This is why I'm not one of these channels that, oh, I just want everybody to like and subscribe. No. I would rather stay a smaller channel that have intelligent people that understands where I'm coming from than to have some dumb, arrogant bastard who walk around their little weird-ass clothing on thinking that they're smart because you got some little kufi on top of your fucking nappy-ass, ball-ass, fucking receding hairline-ass head or whatever the fuck you have under that hat. Whatever is under that hat. Whether you got long, straight, frizzy hair, whatever the fuck you got, a mohawk, whatever the fuck you got, is not enough for you. Not enough for you to use your damn brain. But your arrogance. Do your research. Who the fuck you think you talking to? You have no clue as to what I know, what I study. And like I said, regardless to what I study, everybody's not going to see things the way I see it. I don't expect people to. I don't need them to. You understand what I'm saying? But I'm saying there's no reason for someone to try to take things and try to make it fit the narrative that they want. And that's what the fuck they do. That's what they do. So if it's normal to you, okay, do your research, idiot. You had people going to the mosque in Utah. And you had others going to church in Utah. These were gangbangers. They go to church. They go to the mosque. They're praying before they go out and kill. You think that's normal? So if I get on my knees and say in Allah's name, I'm going to kill these niggas, or in Jesus' name, I'm going to kill these niggas, that makes it better. So I'm asking for protection to go and gangbang. Huh? Is that any different from a country saying, in the name of God, we will bring this country to victory and then go kill and slaughter people? Is that any different? Because somebody yells, we're doing this in the name of God. So understand, before you open your stupid mouth, what's being spoken about. Understand that. That's what I can't stand about these. This is exactly part of my problem with religious people. And this is why you hear people say, I'm not religious, I'm spiritual, or hey, I'm just here for the knowledge. I don't claim any religion. I'm trying to understand what people think, why they believe, what they're reading, and what they're being taught, to understand where this is coming from, where the behaviors come from. But no, you type of person. So basically, I can take this very book right here and tell somebody, you don't need a Bible or Quran. This is all you need right here. This is the key to your life right here. Who the fuck am I to tell somebody that? This is for my knowledge and understanding. That's what this is for. So who the fuck are you to tell me, oh, there's nothing wrong with the Quran. Do your research. Shut the fuck up. The fuck you gonna tell me do my stupid? I have all these books. I've been studying these fucking, but I don't know your age and don't give a fuck. You don't know nothing about me on that on these subjects. So shut the fuck up coming in here with that. And like I said, I'm not religious. I was I was raised in a look, I couldn't even read things like this or read the Quran. I had to sneak and read the Quran because I grew up in a Christian home. And the Muslims in my family would give me a Quran and I'm like, damn, if my dad or my mom find this, so no. So I had to sneak and read it till I got old enough and got brave enough to not care if they saw it or not. And it was not to be rebellious to them. Spirituality has nothing to do. It had to do with, like they always tell you, right? Your daddy or your mommy can't save you to go to heaven, right? Okay then. So what the hell? I ain't gonna tell my son, oh, you can't read this or you can't read that. No. Something that's unhealthy for you to read, like for example, okay, I'll give you an example. Smart guy. No, I'm not even gonna go there. I'm not even gonna, because that you wouldn't even understand. You wouldn't even understand the logic in what I'm saying. I know just by your stupid comment, you wouldn't understand. You wouldn't even understand that logic. And I'm not here to debate with you. I'm telling you, watch your fucking mouth when you come in my comment section. Because bottom line, I don't debate with you fools. Plain and simple. You don't know every goddamn thing. Work on yourself. Do your research on you, stupid. Because you seem to think you know every fucking thing. Fucking people. Now, back to what I originally wanted to talk about. Fucking 8 o'clock in the morning, sending messages to my damn, because you got nothing better to do but want to debate with someone. I don't give a fuck about what your beliefs are. Fuck out of here with that nonsense. Okay. So, how is this going to work? You have a black trainer in Derrick James, a black fighter in Errol Spence, a black fighter in Frank Martin. A racist fighter in Ryan Garcia. Who makes all of these comments? Remember when Tank fought, who did Tank fight? Was it Raleigh? And was it Ryan Garcia that he bet on Raleigh or something like that? And Errol bet on Tank? They wound up becoming stablemates though. So when you become stablemates, that's when bias kicks in. Okay, we stablemates now, right? It's like, it doesn't necessarily make you friends, but you are on the same team. It's like when you have the Olympics during the summertime, right? If you have a Chinese player playing in the NBA, when it comes to the Olympics, who does he play for? He plays for China. Okay, but all year long, he's playing for the NBA. He no longer lives in China. He lives in America somewhere. Okay, if you got a Swedish player, y'all know what I'm saying. They have a Swedish team over there in basketball in the Olympics. Then, well, who does he play? He plays for Sweden. So during the NBA season, no, if you play for the Phoenix Suns, then that's the team you play for. So if you had to choose, okay, who do you want to play for, the Phoenix Suns or your team in China? You know what they're probably going to choose? They're probably going to choose who's paying them the most money. So that would mean it has nothing to do with loyalty or friendship or bond. It just means, nah, man, they're paying me way more money here than they're paying me over there in China to play, right? So if that would be the case, yeah. Now, if it was a prideful thing and they said, okay, well, I'm going to stick to China. Now, that means you and your family are going to pack up and move and leave from Phoenix to go move back to China. Okay? Now, if it's financially more stable for you or whatever, bottom line, whatever you choose is what you choose. Okay? But point is, if it comes down to anything other than, hey, man, I have loyalty and I have respect for my teammates, right? Because that's right here in America, the same thing. Okay, if somebody's playing for the Lakers, like you got LeBron and his son going to be playing on the same team. Everybody's talking about making history and the first time something was done and trying to, use something as a story, a line to build up to the game and to the season coming in, right? Okay. I don't know what they pay LeBron a year. I don't care. But let's just say, for example, if the Spurs said, "Hey, man, listen, you probably got 2 good years left in you, man. We want to pay you $130 million for those 2 years." Let's say if LeBron is making $60 million right now. Just say, I don't know what he's making. I don't care. But let's say, you think he's going to turn down $130 million for 60? Do you think he's going to turn down $130 million for 60? He's gone. Then he's going to look at all the teams that he's been a part of. And part of his storyline is going to be how he came to each one of these teams and what he contributed to the teams and whatever. And his son is just going to be over there on what you call it. And what if they said, okay, we'll pay you $130 million, right? Your son, Bronny's making $10 million. We'll pay him $25 million. Just say, then both of them are gone. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? When it comes time to draft again, bottom line, it's not about, so this is a business. But what made Ryan Garcia choose Derrick James? Definitely wasn't because he's black. He chose Derrick James because he felt he was a good trainer, right? So basically, race had nothing to do with it. It was what he can benefit from, right? I mean, he could have chose Robert Garcia, right? He could have chose. There's other people he could have chose. Well, he chose Derrick James. Okay? So he's now stablemates with Frank Martin and Errol Spence. Now, after a man sits here and disrespects your race, disrespects your people, says all of these things that he says, you mean to tell me they don't have a problem with that? As long as I'm getting the paycheck from him? I mean, Errol Spence don't benefit from him. Frank Martin don't benefit from him. Only person benefiting from him is Derrick James. So how does Derrick James, better yet, how does Ryan Garcia look Derrick James, Errol Spence, or Frank Martin in the eye? How does he show up to camp with them and feel comfortable after what he said and did? I remember there was a time when Errol Spence and his team was cold shoulder at Early Setback, because Early Setback is nothing but a two-faced. He's a two-faced guy. He interviews people, and he clearly, what he'll do, he'll sit there and suck you off in an interview with you. But then, and this is factual, just look at his videos. He sits there, and when it comes to Latino fighters, he always give them the nod. He always sit there and big them up, and he'll talk shit about the opponent. But then he tries to get an interview with the opponent, hoping that they didn't hear the interview, right, or whatever. And I remember he was there, and they was talking, and man, Errol Spencer's walking around. He's wrapping his hands. He's doing things. He's barely answering them. When he does answer, like 1 or 2 words. You can see he was annoyed. Nobody else was even talking to him. And I don't know if maybe at some point he was saying, I say things to try to sell my, get views and this, that. I don't mean anything. Who knows? Because they kind of warmed up to him a little bit. Terrence Crawford completely refuses to do an interview with Ellie Setback, and his other fighters the same way. Okay, I remember Roy Jones and Bernard Hopkins was sitting on a train. I think they were going to or coming from. It might have been going. I'm not sure. I think it was a Hall of Fame induction ceremony or something they was doing dealing with boxing. Okay, some type of boxing event. And I remember Ellie Setback asked Roy Jones, because Roy was sitting in front of Bernard in the seats. And I remember him saying, he asked Roy, who has the faster hands between the two of you? Roy Jones asked him, why are you standing acting stupid? Why would you even ask me something like that? And Bernard Hopkins said, to try to break the tension, he said, let me just put you like this. I remember in that first fight with Roy, I was thinking to throw a left hook. And he said the second I thought about throwing it, and when I thought I could land it, I got hit with one. So he was basically letting them know Roy's faster. Okay. Now Roy continued the interview, but Ellie Setback rubs a lot of people the wrong way. Okay? Not because of his nationality, but because he's two-faced. he changes up who he is depending on who he's talking to. And he talks shit about other fighters. And that's why they don't like Ellie Setback. And when they did this bullshit justice for Lomachenko, you know what's so funny? They went out their way. Now, here's what's funny. You hear how people talk about, but if you want to suspend Ryan Garcia, then that means you got to go back and suspend all these other people. Okay, so if you're going to get a justice for Lomachenko, I remember one of the family told me that there was such a pay. I started laughing and like, yeah. Not that I didn't believe them, but at first when I saw it, he said, yeah, for real, go check it out. And I went and checked that shit out, and damn sure, yeah. Ellie Setback was one of the people that was a part of it. Paulie Malignaggi. So if we're going to go by your logic, then okay, that means if you're going to go by that, then every fighter that you felt like got robbed in the fight, y'all got to go start a justice for that fighter channel. And bottom line, even when Paulie made that comment, black guys, they don't dumb anymore. It's not their time anymore. They just have to deal with it. And like, damn. Notice how when people address fighters and they use the term black fighters, it's always some derogatory remark attached to it. So when you say that, it's like, example, when you hear Canelo Alvarez say things like he don't want to fight other Mexican fighters because he represents Mexico. And I picture anybody else saying that. If Pacquiao said he don't want to fight another Filipino, it wouldn't have been a problem. I know it wouldn't have been a problem. If Inoue said he don't want to fight another Japanese opponent, it wouldn't be a problem. If a black American fighter said, I don't want to fight another American, another black American, okay, it would be a problem. And it wouldn't be just a problem with people of other countries saying that's just an excuse. White Americans would feel like, wait a minute, why are you separating yourself from us? Well, you separate us from you guys any other time. Now, what if, you see, so if that's the mentality, everybody know America's a country divided, and it's been that way for the longest. Okay, from the fact that the bottom line, the fact of how black people was brought to this country in the first place, what really changed? I mean, there's been changes throughout the years, common sense, but no, I'm talking about what's changing the mentality of people. You have people that still want racism to be alive. You have people right now, you know, like dude said, he wish he could bring George Floyd back to life so he can kill him again, right? So yeah, you have people that still, they wish right now if they could have us on collars and leashes, calling us nigger, boy, coon, spitting on us and all that, laughing, you have people that would love, they would be, right, oh yeah, they should have never let these niggas free in the first place. So, all these things that's attached to racism and the things that slavery, everything. Do you think if somebody would have even said, or even right, do you think it just didn't cross their mind? They talking about they KKK, right? So yeah, it's not above them to say, hey, we should dig up all these slaves and whip their asses again. All these niggas. Matter of fact, that bitch that sat in the back of the bus, Rosa Parks, yeah, we should dig up and whoop her ass for trying to fucking change shit. Yeah, it doesn't make a difference. They've said more than enough for us to know what they're about and for this motherfucker to lose everything. Guarantee you, if somebody put a bullet in Ryan Garcia's head, you're going to get a bunch of from the people that support him. You understand what I'm saying? But where were you at when he was doing all this disrespect? So even when you hear me make the comparison to where, like, when Tupac was running around here doing what he was doing, saying what he was saying, and then you got like his boy Tretch saying Pac hardhead. He even said that, even in a song he said, even in an interview, Pac hardhead, Pac gonna do, Pac just gonna do what he do. You try to tell Pac things, he don't listen. You heard Ice-T, you heard different people say what people should have told Tupac. And I'm like, Tupac was a grown-ass man. Tupac wasn't a baby. So if Tupac is running around here, like I said, always talking about niggas trying to kill him, somebody trying to kill me. And then all this, but you're running around living a lifestyle where, yeah, more than likely you're going to get killed doing the things you're doing. Why is it so shocking when it happens? So at the end of the day, man, it comes down to, if you don't have self-respect, you won't be able to respect other people. So how does this man, how does this kid, how does this boy, how does this little sissy walk into a gym, see Derrick James, see Frank Martin, see Errol Spence, and act like everything's normal? How do they react to him? Notice nobody from that campus saying anything. Now, ain't this funny? Derrick James and Errol Spence, two black brothers, don't even speak to each other over some money. This dude comes out and degrades your whole fucking race of people. And you still want to do business with this motherfucker? So, we can exclude Errol Spence from the camp. Okay? We can exclude him because he's no longer with Derrick James. But bottom line is, if it wasn't for that, okay, if it wasn't for their little situation, he'd still be there. But bottom line, how does he go into camp and see, you know, and not only that, he's had, remember, him and Errol Spence exchanged numbers and all of that. So how do you talk like everything's okay? But again, I didn't hear Errol Spence say anything. I didn't hear Frank Martin say anything. I didn't hear Derrick James say anything. So how does this all work? How does this all work? How do you show your face? Jamel Charlo, how do you show your face to camp around these same fighters and you calling them niggas? I'm anti-black. So what you gonna go on? See, I already know he's not gonna say that to their faces. He's going to apologize and say he didn't mean it. And yeah, only thing is, see, that'd be off camera. So when I didn't apologize for nothing. Last time I apologized, never. And all this, you come try to touch me all you want, come kill me. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, he's gangster now, right? You talking about niggas and talking about niggas sending niggas to the ER. You out here asking for somebody to come and kill you, trying to be a so-called tough guy. So you're trying to imitate the same niggas you talking about, right? Now, if you guys saw the video with Keyshawn Davis is talking to him, supposedly FaceTime or whatever the hell they were on, or some type of social media or whatever they were on. Maybe he was live on Facebook or Instagram. I don't know. But he was talking and saying things addressing Ryan Garcia, like, yo, bro, you doing too much. Yo, like, yo, man, like, keep my race out your mouth. He's saying these things. And then he says, I don't hate you, though. Talk about God, you know, God killed himself for us, man, sacrificed himself. So, you know what I'm saying? God said forgive me. So I got to forgive people. I don't hate nobody. Now, this is what he said. Right? This is what he said. And then he was like, I ain't gonna lie though, man. I was about to delete your ass, man. You know what I'm saying? From okay, so the most you was gonna do with Ryan Garcia was delete him or block him from your social media or whatever. But you said that you respect him. He also told him, I respect you though, man. You respect him. And he said, that's why I fuck with you, dog. He's telling him that he felt bad about what he... Now, this is what he's saying to Keyshawn in the text. Don't you know Ryan Garcia can say that shit right now, and then tomorrow he can turn around and... See, the whole thing is everything's working against him now. Well, not everything, but there's a lot of things working against him now. Let's put it like that. Not everything, and not everyone. For Keyshawn to forgive him and tell him he respects him, the lesson isn't learned. He just can feel like, okay, yeah. It's like a female that's a whore, that's out here screwing around. All she gotta do is show you some tears or tell you she love you. She never felt this way about anybody, and now you on cloud nine thinking that your new boo and you, yeah, y'all, that's your soulmate. Then you find out the hard way. All she did was knew that, okay, I can easily convince him. He's not sorry about what he said. He doesn't feel bad. If he felt bad about what he said, first off, the same way how he came on that camera, talking all that shit, okay, his conversation with Keyshawn was on the phone. It was text messaging. He could easily deny that it was him. He can say Keyshawn Davis was lying one day. Who know? You know, bottom line. So to give this man a pass and say, oh, you know, I respect you, but yo, man, keep my race out your. How do you respect someone that said what they said? How? How do you respect someone that said the things that he said? So now, you could look at Keyshawn and like, he's from this generation. So he you know, his understanding of what we understand is obviously not as deep. You know, him being black and him saying, keep your race out my mouth. Well, here's the deal, and let me make this clear. If Ryan Garcia didn't say nothing about black people in particular, and he said what he said about Jews, and he said what he said about Muslims, and he said all those other things he was saying to Clarissa Shields personally and stuff, I would still have the same way. The same way I feel. If he never made the George Floyd comment, everything outside, all those other things he said, I would still feel the same way about this dude. Because everything about him, if he would have said, I'm anti-Jews, I'm Jewish, I'm anti-Chinese, I would feel the same way. See, and that's the difference with a whole lot of you. It's only when it happens to you. It's just like, I remember, I will never forget, I was in Subway, the restaurant. Okay? Not an actual Subway, the restaurant. And I'm going in there to get me a meatball parmesan, and I remember it was packed that day, and I've never seen so many people in any Subway restaurant at one time. And it was just packed that day. And I remember, this is when COVID first hit. This is before we were wearing masks and stuff over here. This is when it was in China. And I can clearly remember, it was this big pot-bellied truck driver go, yeah, well, them goddamn chinks get what they deserve. They come over here and I bring that shit over there eating cats and dogs and all kind of animals. Ain't no telling what they got frying up over there. So they brought it on themselves. Who gives a fuck about them chinks? I'm like, wow. I'm standing there getting my food. And what I noticed was the other people in the store thought it was funny. Now, they were all white Americans, but this is what was said. And I'm telling you, it's like it's about 8 tables, bench style long tables in there, and they were all filled up. You know what I'm saying? There was people standing around. So it was packed in there. They thought it was funny. So my point is, see, when it happened in China, nobody gave a fuck over here, right? It was, they over there frying cats and dogs. Now, I told y'all this story before. I told y'all this before. But then when it hit America, then all of a sudden it was, oh my God. And what the fuck did these Chinese people do? Remember they were saying something about it came from a bird or some kind of shit or whatever the fuck or whatever, some kind of animal, whatever. And all, but the bottom line is, until it hit everywhere, nobody cared that it was in China. Okay? And anywhere where something happens and you only concerned when it happens to you. See, this is why I said, nobody, who the fuck do you hear ever speak up for black Americans or say anything good about black Americans? Where and when do you ever hear anybody say that? It's always some type of march or something going on, and then you might have a handful of people saying things like, you know, well, they're just trying to get their rights. If we're all Americans, this is why, like, for example, I'll explain this, okay? But if we're all Americans, shouldn't it just be the simple fact that we shouldn't even have to be fighting for that? We wouldn't even be having to fight for that if we was treated as equals. But then they always want to try to take the worst of black people and try to paint that as this is how all of them are. This is just them. So bottom line is, you're selective with who you help that's black or how you help us because what? And we're not asking you for handouts. Listen, I'm not among any majority or minority of people asking for shit. So I don't fit any one of those categories. What I'm saying is, they try to deflect and bring up stupid shit, like talk about hood beef and all these people out here like that's doing what they're doing, that is black. Like, look at what y'all doing to each other, and y'all talking about us And this is why y'all are so stupid. Y'all don't understand this. If you listen to the things that people are saying, like there's a channel. I heard this brother for the first time yesterday. And he was talking about Ryan Garcia. But he was like, no, man. I got to get at this boy because I don't know what the fuck going on. Like, you know what I'm saying? We different type of niggas over here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't. I'm like, here you go. Right from the beginning, it's like, here we go. The very fucking word that you keep referring to yourself as. I get the whole we can say it, but they can't say it mentality. But see, this is my point. You are calling yourself something that you shouldn't even want to be called. This is what I'm telling you. Right from the beginning. And somebody in the comment section said, man, can you find another word to use to describe us? Instead of the N-word, could you find another word? And this is exactly my point. They will put people like that in front of a camera and say, look at how them niggas talk. They can't even talk. Listen to them. And this is why, like, when we talk about supporting black, yeah, when it means something, not just to help you line your pockets and all you care about is lining your pockets, regardless to whether you putting poison or something positive out. It's like when I see a channel, I don't understand how people just function the way they do, and it ain't about, I don't give a fuck about how white America look at us or whoever look at us, because like racist people gonna be racist. Them motherfuckers gonna look at you. I don't give a fuck what you do. They gonna look at you how the fuck they want anyway. Fuck them. We're not here tiptoeing through life trying to appease nobody else. That's not what this is about. Okay, and I don't have a beef with white people per se or any other ethnic group per se. I'm saying we're not here to try to kiss nobody's ass or try to fit in with them. So don't, let me just make that fucking crystal clear. But I'm saying, I don't understand how you don't realize when you do shit like that and your mentality is like, this is what, my real niggas, they get it. Here you go with this real nigga shit. Wait, why would you feel the need to roll up weed and get high and you're sitting here doing a video? That shit just turns my stomach when I see it. Yo, out here, shout out to all my niggas. I'm saying, all my niggas over here on the south side, and my niggas over here doing this and that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, you know what I mean? Like, nigga, we do big things. We get money out this bitch. You know what I'm saying? And they're doing all of this to the point where you even don't, like, you lose focus. Like, what kind of video are you even making? What is the purpose of this video? They're just talking shit. Nigga talking about, yo, he gonna do this and that. I don't know, nigga. Like, real niggas pull up like, shit gonna get real. Nigga gotta start, like, nigga move different. And I don't understand. Like, okay, so, and what audience are you trying to target? Nobody is really taking the time to try to wake people up, to try to bring awareness and try to make better situations and have people tap into this here. Everybody want to tap into their ego. What's the purpose of that? You couldn't smoke weed before you did the video, or preferably, or basically after you did your video? No, you got to do it while you coughing and shit. I remember I was watching the video, I couldn't even take it anymore. And I started seeing like multiple people do this. Why do you wait to do a video, decide to eat, and you're smacking and shit, food coming out like, yo, nah, right. I'm trying, I told nigga, and I'm just sitting here like, okay, I can't. So it doesn't matter. The topic might get your attention. Okay, see what you're talking about. And then you start listening and the person is just talking shit. Just talking about nothing. And I'm going to sit here and listen to you smack the entire time that you're doing the video. Smacking straight. You get a fork banging off the plate and shit. And I'm like, I'm like, nah. This is what I'm saying to you. And that's what you call some hood shit. Or some real nigga shit. And you don't understand. You think because you got money that oh nigga, I'm a rich nigga though. But you still a nigga in the eyes of people. See, this video was to ask those questions about those particular people, but I also want to just see, I don't give a fuck. I'm trying to wake people up. I'm trying to get people to see things and, oh, you know what? That's true. Because y'all support some bullshit. See, this is part of the problem with people in life. Now, I don't tell people what you should believe and shouldn't believe your religion. That's your business. I got people in my fucking family. They'll come and we'll talk about things and I'll sit down and show them something. And then they'll go, damn, I never even knew that was there. I never saw that. And we'll break down the meaning of things, because one of the things that people do wrong, they go get a Webster's dictionary to try to define words that had a completely different meaning from its origin. They didn't come from America. They're not even American words. And they have a completely different meaning. So then when you look, you go, wait, then that changes everything. Like, I'll give you an example of something, okay? A lot of people, and this is facts, this is not my fucking opinion. If you go and look at the word virgin, okay, as it's used in the Bible, the word virgin doesn't mean a woman that's never had sex. It just means an unmarried woman. That doesn't mean you never had sex before. It just means you never married. You're nobody's wife. So you could have been having sex. That doesn't mean you you know. So a virgin to us means a woman that's never had sex before. A person that has never had sex before. So you understand what I'm saying? When you learn that, it's like, oh shit. Oh shit. So you have people like, for example, a book that wasn't even written in the language you speak in, and it had to be translated. And there's all these different translations, and you can't find any original copies of the book, but copies of copies of copies of copies of copies. And you got some ignorant motherfucker want to run around and tell you what's factual because that's what you choose to believe. You want to try to debate or argue with somebody about your fucking opinion like it's a fact, when it's not. It's just something you choose to do. And no matter what the fuck you believe in, it won't make you live forever. It's not even going to make you live longer. Now, you could live longer based on making better decisions and not being around certain situations or people or eating certain things. And yeah, you can prolong life that way, but it's not gonna. You're not gonna do anything supernatural, something that's never been done. All of a sudden now, yeah, show me a motherfucker right now that lived to be 900 years old, like they say in the Bible. Show me anybody that lived to be 600 years old, 1,000 years old. Show me one. So it doesn't matter what diet you had, none of that stuff. So all of these things that you claim that you believe in, that's all good. That's all good. But you're not telling me nothing new. All you're telling me is what you believe or what you think. That's all you're doing. And the problem with most of these people, example, do you know I see Muslims, I see Christians on a regular, I see homeless people outside trying to get food and right? Turn their back to them and walk away. But when you go to the mosque or when you go to church, you running your mouth and begging for money for this for your offering plate and all that. When you over there talking about Allah and praying to God and to Allah and to Jesus and to and talking about what the world needs and all that. And but then you talking about how the success and what happens when you live for Allah and God and how see this difference, big differences in the teachings of both. But bottom line is what you trying to put out as positivity and talk about being righteous. What's righteous about you? You can spare a few dollars to help somebody that's in need. But nah, you turn your back and throw your hand up. So what type of services are you providing to your community? Because we've been saying for the longest, what are these churches doing for the communities? Why are people still suffering like this? Why is it that you go to church every single weekend and you put big money into these churches that don't pay taxes for one, but you put all this money in? But then if a church member is going through something, the only thing y'all going to do is put hands on their forehead and talk real loud and pray. And nothing changes based on you praying, but that person suffers and go through. Now they finally get through what they're going through, but all of that money that they're putting in, yet your community is still suffering the way it is. I heard a guy sit there and say how somebody left an $8 million check in the mailbox of the church one day. So if he's telling the truth, You have an $8 million check. I don't know who the fuck would just walk up and put an $8 million check in the mailbox, but that's sure as hell what he said. Yet, the church still look run down. So what are you doing? Why is your church still looking beat up? Why do you still have leaks in the roof of your church? But what do you do for your community? So I can go out here and help kids get book bags for school, get clothes for school, shoes, sneakers, all this kind of stuff, help families get food. And I'm not getting no funding from anybody. This is my money. I know how I get my money and what I do, but this is me. I don't have no machine behind me. I don't have a company behind me. But all you so-called religious people, what the fuck do y'all do for anybody other than go to your mosque, your church, and yell and scream and holler and try to convert people to become Christians or Muslims? I'm talking to you motherfuckers that do that shit. So if you're a Muslim or a Christian and you're not a part of that, shut the fuck up. I don't want to hear nothing about you trying to defend your religion or no. I'm talking to those that are guilty. Okay, simple. Don't come trying to tell nobody nothing about your beliefs, but you don't do shit for nobody. And then if the only people that you do help is somebody that's of your same religion or your same ethnic group, that's all only thing that you want to do is, because they're one of us. Okay. Well, that says a lot about you. And this is why, like I said, did you guys ever see the video when The Rock and Oprah Winfrey was standing there begging the citizens of America to help the people of Hawaii because of what happened? And it's like, okay, wait. Here's a fucking billionaire and a multi-millionaire standing here asking, haven't you motherfuckers gotten enough of our money? And now you're sitting up here asking citizens who can barely pay their fucking bills for money. Where the fuck are all your rich friends at? Huh? Where are all your millionaire and billionaire friends? Huh? Where are they at? Because to come to blue collar people for some money had to be a last resort. Because I doubt very seriously that you motherfuckers had all these rich friends of yours. You wouldn't need our money. The fuck? You wouldn't need our money. And they stood there. The Rock got a lot of backlash. Okay? He got a lot of backlash for that shit. He made a video apologizing for it and was saying how he get it. And he repeated what I said somewhat. Like, two rich people, I get it. This is kind of new to me. No, it's not new to you. What's new to you is, aside from making sure you work out first before you, get your swole on before you get in front of the camera and, promoting a movie and, he does say his little positive stuff or whatever. But yeah, no, the only thing was new was now you had to ask for something other than for us to watch your movies and make your movie go number one and stuff like that. And in doing so, you didn't think? No, you surely didn't. You surely didn't. But he got roasted for that. What happened to Oprah Winfrey just recently? Now, I don't know. As far as the backlash she got from that personally, I don't know anything about Oprah having an Instagram or Facebook or not. I don't know anything about any of it. But Oprah Winfrey, okay, I don't want to say the wrong company, but she has, I don't know if it's Weight Watchers or something. She basically has a deal with them. And she's supposed to be promoting a product for weight loss. It turns out she was taking something completely different to lose a lot of weight. So now what's happening for the people that follow Oprah, Oprah has a strong following and she has a huge influence on a lot of people. Well, when they see her losing all of this weight, they're like, damn, this stuff she's taking works. Like, look at her. So now when they take it and they're doing the same thing she's telling them to do and it's not working for them, they feel like, I guess I gotta buy more. Or they don't know. They just spending their money. And then she got caught. See, she got caught taking something that had nothing to do with the product she was endorsing. So then, it blew up in her face and she got called out for it. And you know what Oprah did? Oprah got in front of the camera. Well, I'm sorry that the shame that society put on me about my... wait. So now you miseducated college woman, billionaire. Now all of a sudden you're the victim. Now all of a sudden you're weak, you're crying, and society did this to you. Do you know how many fucking people Oprah Winfrey have interviewed about things? She wouldn't let them get away with that whole society did this to me. No, it's about you. It's like the word self-esteem. It's not called somebody else's esteem, everybody else's esteem. It's called self-esteem. You understand what I'm saying? You my point with people, okay, this is part of what I'm saying with the way people think and do things. You have to be a stubborn motherfucker to sit up here and say society did this to you. So you got this far where you got to, and that's the excuse you come up with. I know someone personally who had an accident, hit a tree, and her words was, the tree hit my car. Did the tree move? Did the wind blow it down? Or what? No, it was just there. Okay, you didn't hit the tree hit your car. Yes, but the tree never moved. It was just rooted in the ground. Okay, you get what I'm saying? People wanting to be animals. I literally saw someone in the mall with a leash walking. It was about 8 of them smiling. They all was all dressed up. This isn't about Comic Con and none of that. This is just their daily life. And basically, the damn person, the human being walking on all fours is walking through the mall. And I'm just like, wow. I mean, people are losing their minds. So, well, people should be free to do what they want to do. I mean, if a person wants to be a dog, then well. Okay, so let me ask you something. Let's say you're hiring. Somebody comes into your establishment and you ask them, so have you done this work before? And they sit there and shake their head like yes, like, oh, okay, that means yes. Would you hire them? Huh? They're just giving you yes and no head shakes, but they're barking. They're dressed up in a damn animal outfit. Would you hire that person? You consider that normal? When we talk about mental health issues, you think people walk around here claiming to be animals? You think that this is normal behavior? So you mean to tell me people are just sitting up going, you know what, I feel like I'm a fox. Who is society to tell me I'm not a fox? Huh? Who? Why can't I be a fox if I want to? So I'm going to go get a fox outfit and start walking around, sniffing around and making fox noises and imitating what a fox can do. And that's considered normal? And we're not talking about 5-year-old kids crawling around the floor imitating what they just saw on a movie. We're talking about grown-ass people. People don't understand words. Example, I asked a transgender person, how many genders are there? Shit, what do you mean? What do you mean what I mean? It's a simple question. How many genders are there? And I'm doing this on purpose. 2. Okay. So you understand when you say transgender, you're changing things about your body. You're not born. Okay? My point, when a baby's born, nobody looks and goes, oh, transgender. Now we know hermaphrodites can't control how they're born. Some of them you have a man born with the vagina. You have some born with both. They don't have a ball sack, but they have a vagina and a penis, okay? Simple. We have certain people are born with certain situations, and that's considered abnormal because that's not a normal thing for men and women, for babies to be born with. So that's why it's considered abnormal. So my point is, when you're born, it's either a boy or it's either a girl. Facts. Nobody's questioning how you choose to live your life. That's your business. But what I'm saying is you want all this extra respect like society owe you something because even though you're born a man or born a woman, you want to try to transform yourself to be something different. Okay, that's your choice. You're saying mental health issues came from the stress of society. I was confused as a kid. I didn't know what I was. What do you mean you was confused as a kid? You didn't know what you was. You were born a boy. Gender is a mindset. Okay, so my dick is imaginary. My nuts is imaginary. My body things are man. It's just a figment of my imagination. Like what is no. You see what I'm saying is mental health issues. I don't know where it comes from to say where it comes from with every individual. But the fact that you want to be something you're not, you're blaming society for it because they won't accept, or you feel like you're not being accepted. Okay, because people don't agree with your lifestyle. So you need for people to agree with you to be validated as a human being, because you are a human being. You just don't. The confusion comes from what? How are you confused about? So I'm gonna sit here and look and go, wait a minute, I'm confused. About what? Why do I have 10 fingers? I mean, I saw an alien movie and this motherfucker had 3. So why do I have to have 5? So what? I'm gonna go chop I'm gonna go chop these here 2 fingers off and these 2 here fingers off and then blame it on society because I was confused, I didn't know what I was, and I'm telling people we should only have 3 fingers instead of 5. It just doesn't make sense to me, and because people don't agree with me, they're giving me mental health issues. So I chop my fingers off, and that's because society, that's not some shit that I'm dealing with, something that's just wrong with me that I won't get help with. And as long as I have people saying it's their fault, it's everybody else's fault, then what happens now? I feel good about these people. So now I form groups, and I want to be around people that basically yes man everything I say and tell me what I'm saying is right, but yet I'm doing everything that goes against human nature. I'm doing things that goes against what I am. So now I go slice my face up and try to do things to look as feminine as I possibly can. And then I commit suicide. And it's society's fault. It's because people saying, I don't agree with your lifestyle. I don't support your lifestyle. Or because people are boycotting or trying to ban certain things. And that's why you killed yourself? I remember 2 kids. It was 2 sisters were arguing. Well, not arguing, but there was 2 people talking, and they was like, "No, I swear to God, I'm serious, like this and this and this." And they was laughing, and then one sister goes, "What? Nah, I can't tell you. What? Come on, tell me. Like, I hate when you do that. No, I can't say. I swear to God, if you don't tell me what you're talking about, when we go home, I'm gonna kill myself." Why would you even fake that you play like what? But this is what I'm saying. And these are like 12th graders. I ain't talking about no little, like 12th graders, 17-year-olds. What kind of what kind of shit is that? So what I'm saying, it's so easy to blame somebody else for mental health issues. It's because of them. Don't you know that there's mothers? I've personally known women to give birth to kids. The kids start growing up. The mom has actually told the kids, "You're the reason why I got these stretch marks on my belly. You're the reason why I couldn't get such and such and such, and why I didn't get this and this because of you." No kid asked to be here. You decided to open your legs without protection. You have a baby, and it's their fault? You don't think saying something like that to a kid hurts that kid? So your mental health issues is starting to come and develop, and you're blaming the kids for it. That kid is coming up being crucified verbally by you. That kid might come up and is around the wrong people because you're not being a good parent. Things happen, they go through. So every time somebody commits suicide, it's because of society? Because of an agenda that people don't want to go along with? Now, this type of stuff is what I'm saying. And most of these people, when you see them, they come up. Now, it used to be people that didn't have money. They were in a situation where they couldn't go anywhere different from, they just go from one raggedy neighborhood to the next. They couldn't get away from a certain thing. They didn't have the type of education to make the kind of money they want or whatever it may be. Now, you got these rich ass people who also have mental health issues and are always in front of a camera getting arrested, getting knocked out. Something's always happening. There's something wrong with people. And I'm about to use a word that everybody's familiar with, and we've been hearing about it and seeing it for the longest. You see the problem is with society that I blame society for? Nobody's being held accountable for their own actions. And they're being told that it's okay, it's not you. It's just like a kid that's hard-headed, disrespectful, go to school, curse out the teachers, curse out the principal, curse out the guidance counselor, curse out the bus drivers, curse out the monitors, the bus monitors, the hall monitors, every adult authority figure. And the parents go, no, boo-boo, it's not you. It's them stupid-ass teachers. It ain't you. It's them stupid-ass. So this kid feel like they can do no wrong. So if you put your kid in cyber school because you want them to be away from the socializing about the wrong things and the negative influences, cool. But if you put your kid in cyber school because they have no self-control and they feel like they should be able to go to school and do whatever they want, and there's nothing that nobody should do about it, and you as a parent telling a teacher, telling a school bus driver, telling a principal, anybody, do your job. Don't tell my son or daughter what to do. You ain't their mother. I am. If they got a problem, you call me and you talk to me. You don't tell my kid. No, what the fuck is that? And then you wonder why these kids do the shit that they do. Let's go all the way to somebody in Ryan Garcia's situation. When he caused $15,000 worth of damages in that hotel. This is a 25-year-old man we talking about. Is that the actions of a mature-minded grown adult? So even when you hear him in TFA tell we young. Oh, that's the excuse. So wait, at 25 years old, that's why you trashed that room because you're young? That's why you did that? You a multi-millionaire. You choose to get high. You choose to get drunk. You choose to do these things. And you're talking about a black man raped you. Your mom got cancer. And this is why you flipping out. And we don't see this shit. You sit up in front of a camera. Do you guys remember when I said something is really wrong with this dude? And I had people come in my comment section. Oh, man, Ryan trolling y'all. Y'all going for it. Y'all biting the bait. Nah, I ain't biting shit. Something is wrong with this boy. He's not right in the head. He's not right in the head. Whole lot of immaturity, but yeah, he's a stupid guy. He's not right in the head. Now look at him. Remember how all the LOL, ha 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 ha, he, King Ryan did this to Devin. Remember all that? They're not laughing now, are they? Yeah. And it's so funny because you're experiencing life and dealing with people in different situations and seeing something that the big mouths can't see. That's part of your problem. You talk too much and you can't listen when you're talking. They run their mouth and they say a whole lot of shit. And then they turn around and they don't understand why things happen the way they do. But y'all the ones got all the mouth in the world. So if I was so wrong, what is he claiming now? Mental health issues. But what did he say after the fight? Y'all thought I was really crazy? Yo, I was trolled, right? Mm-hmm. Just like he said, he was trolling, making all these racist comments. Question. Who are you trolling for? What do you actually gain out of trolling? What is the accomplishment? I'm trolling for what? What are you trolling about? People usually troll for a reason. Somebody's walking to accept some ceremony, some award for some, and fall out of some stairs or something, and people will make videos trolling and making emojis. They troll. What are you trolling? What? And so this is my point. The people are so immature now that you don't even think about that question. What the fuck are you trolling about, Ryan? What was the idea? Let me piss all the black people off? Let me piss off all these black folks. Let me make all these black... What the fuck are you trolling? What do you gain out of this shit? Nah, there's no trolling. There's nothing that he can say to make me forgive him. And see, for me, it's not about holding weight. No, it's just fuck him. Fuck it. I have no respect for him. I have no respect for TFemo. I have no respect for neither one of them. Certain things you just can't do. Certain things you can't say. I bet some of y'all got family members you don't even speak to because of something they did or said. But y'all motherfuckers will sit here and forgive this motherfucker for what he said. And what he did. Never thought much of him anyway. I always said he has flash and flair. He got a good left hook and he has speed, but whatever. But bottom line, none of that had nothing to do with his nationality or his skin complexion. None of that. Obvious. None of that. None of that. But now that he's done what he's done, how does he show his face up around Derrick James? See, like I said, Errol Spence is no longer in that camp, but he exchanged numbers with Errol Spence. Yeah, he exchanged numbers with Tank Davis. Derrick James is his black trainer. Huh? What are you going to tell him? Yeah, so what? I said racist things. Train me, nigga. Huh? Frank Martin is your stablemate. I can't see myself being in that gym with them. Ryan walk in, I'm like, nah, this motherfucker can't come in here, man. He can't come in. And the fact of the matter is, I'm questioning you if you going to train this motherfucker. I can't fuck with this guy, man. That would be me personally, me. Okay? I don't know what Frank Martin has talked about with Derrick James. I don't know how he's affected by what he said. It's like, a guy like Sean Porter saying, I actually wasn't offended. I think he should get help. Man, maybe they'll all take that route. I think he should get help and have mercy and pity and then wait till they about to fight another black fighter and call them all types of bitch ass niggas and everything. And for anybody who missed it or have something stupid to say, do you guys remember why I said, man, I lost a lot of respect for Tank Davis? For one, with all the slapping the hips and shaking his ass, little belly dancing shit, was like, all right, whatever, man, whatever. Now, can't take away from his skill set in the ring. But I just, Tank is, I lost respect for Tank when he told Frank Martin, nigga, I don't respect you because you ain't from around, you from the suburbs. Like, okay, so wait. So do you have any love for other black fighters that you fought that's from the hood? What does him being from the suburbs mean? And then, Frank Martin go, I ain't from no damn suburb. Like, okay, even if you was, Frank, what does that mean? Are you guys like proud of having nothing and being poor and broke? Like, so you're not that now, but even still, bottom line is, what's the purpose? What's the purpose? You got a motherfucker talking about you ain't from the suburb. Motherfucker, you don't live, you live in the suburbs now. You don't live in the same neighborhood your ass was raised in. The fuck are you talking about? You didn't stay in the fucking hood. Because you go from the hood to the suburbs. That's different. Because somebody's supposed to be born in the suburbs and was always there. That's the whole regions. You ain't got my struggle. You ain't got my struggle. You ain't from the same cloth. Okay, and what does that mean? Because you still got your ass whooped by Devin Haney after you said all that shit. So what does that mean? And see, that's my point. In the black Jack LaLanne that was over there running his mouth in Regis Corner, right? Because you talking all this shit about he a prep boy and all this shit. Like, okay, wait. So the idea is to help people in less fortunate situations. The idea is to put them in the gym, give them a chance to do something other than get in trouble. Maybe they go make some money, get away from this street shit, stuff like that. That's the whole point, right? So because Devin didn't have to come up in that situation, y'all act like he's not a black, like he's not a black brother because he grew up in the suburbs or whatever. He went to a private school. Okay, you see all this kind of goofy shit. And it's not about giving up on people. It's just, it turns me off because y'all promote this goofy shit. And I know y'all think y'all better than people. And then for Tank, especially, and this was look, even to call yourself a righteous person, fuck a religion. Just as a man, as a decent human being. When I hear people say, talking this, niggas is broke, we definitely getting money. Like, okay, so you went and bought buildings, right? And what did you say it was for? To make affordable homes for people less fortunate. So are you making fun of those people too? Because you are. Even if not on purpose, you are. Because if you're going to sit here and say niggas is broke, well, damn, you was talking about the Haneys. And I'm pretty sure Devin and his father got way more money than anybody that's going to live in your little project building that you fucking bought back your block, right? Okay. So how the fuck, if they broke, you must think these motherfuckers is like rats and roaches. And this is what I'm talking about. It's more, it's deeper than just what Ryan said. It's just the mindset in general that we deal with this kind of shit on a regular basis. We're around people that think like Ryan on a regular basis, but we so quiet. But as soon as something happened with a black fighter, you stupid black content creators gonna be the first fucking ones not digging into the boxing news, but digging into their personal lives. Okay? And that's what y'all do. All the drama, all the nonsense. But y'all sit up here and praise. Let me put this in a nutshell. Black content creators feel like if you big up Mexican fighters, Japanese fighters, Filipino fighter, anybody other than a black fighter, that is going to give you instant likes and subscribers. What you also feel to realize is if you ever have to be honest about them same fighters that you sucking off, them same subscribers going to be the ones, I'm unsubscribing from this nigga. I thought you was different from the rest of them niggas. I don't have to suck nobody. I don't do that shit for nobody. I like a new way as a fighter. That's as far as it goes. You understand what I'm saying? I like the Charlos. I like Jamal Charlo as a fighter. That's as far as it goes. I like Anthony Joshua as a fighter. That's as far as it goes. Do you understand what I'm saying? It doesn't mean I hate these people or dislike these people, but there's a lot of people that I don't like their character because of, certain they don't have certain people. They just, I don't focus on all of that. But I do pay attention to your character. Why? Because you got to understand something. If you can promote garbage, you can support garbage. What does that make you? That's one of the things that I love about Clarissa, though. You don't ever hear Clarissa talking about, I got this kind of car. Yeah, I got a mansion. Man, I got all. You don't never hear her talking about none of that shit. So, let me say this. Somebody in one of the comment sections made a comment and said, nobody made this much noise about Floyd when he was racist to Manny Pacquiao. And I'm like, wow. Once again, they bring in Floyd to try to make a point where they know a lot of people don't even know what the fuck they talking about, because what they saying, what did Floyd say racist about Manny Pacquiao? What did he say racist? Tell me Floyd said something about digging up a dead Filipino guy so he can kill him again. I'm anti-Filipino. Go ahead and tell me what Floyd said that was racist. Go ahead and say what Floyd said that was racist. They can't tell you what he said that was racist. That comment had like 400 something thumbs up. No other fucking comment in that whole section had as many thumbs up. That one comment had like 400 something thumbs up. And here's the funny thing, right? When you got to go back and say, oh, well, nobody act like... Wait, see, once again, a situation that had nothing to do with Floyd or nobody else. They can't focus on Ryan. Same people that keep bringing up Bernard Hopkins, that keep bringing... You see, all of this stuff. So it's like tit for tat. Even that stupid comment Bernard made. That stupid comment they said Devin said, I hear another little white boy beat it. I don't agree with none of that kind of shit, making these type of comments, but you got to understand, see, when you deal with racist ass people, there's a lot of shit that happens that said a lot of times people react to it, but this is why I say I don't react to racism with racism. I react to it a different way, but I'm going to get on your ass, whether physical or verbal. But that alone was like, wow. You know what's so funny, though? Now, I got on Floyd for acting like a little bitch when it come to Ryan because he refused to respond or say anything about the situation. He refused, right? And not only that, he helped train, work with this motherfucker, give him advice, and he's a cheater. I spoke about it. Y'all heard what I said about to Floyd about what he was saying and shit, and the fact that he acting like a coward right now because that's what he's doing. But ain't this the same dude? Who was this? Diego Corrales? Whose funeral did he pay for? Huh? Who? Was it Diego Corrales? Somebody's funeral he paid for. And they wasn't black. And he didn't have to do that shit. And then Floyd does a lot of shit off camera for the community that people don't speak about. See, these are things that people overlook, though. Bernard Hopkins, when he was going to fight against, what's his name? Felix Trinidad. I remember Bernard said, I think we got enough Americans to go over there and fight against them Puerto Ricans. Oh, man, he racist. Wait. Every time a fighter celebrates on American soil, big up in their country, this is for my people, this is right, they don't ever say, for my fans everywhere. I love all of my fans all over the world. No, they strictly direct it to their countrymen. Right? And I remember somebody said, yeah, but even in the Bible, like, if you look at it, Jesus was always telling people, don't tell the people of the nations, only the people of Israel. And they talked about how you can enslave people of other nations, but you can't enslave an Israelite. So when I say people need to understand what they read and what's acceptable and what's not, you already pick and choose and chop and screw what you want to believe. But then again, slavery in the Bible was okay, right? Smart guy. Bottom line, though, all of these things that people are overlooking, it plagues us to this very day. So he is racist for saying all that, but Trinidad is talking about how his whole country, this and that, or the Puerto Rican people that's going to be there and support it. Right? Even the American commentators talk about how many Filipinos going to be in the building going against Floyd Mayweather. That's not racist. All of the Filipinos that's going to be in the building going against, right? What happens when you go, let me ask you something. When you go to a country and fight, let's just say, for example, you go to the UK. Okay, so you had Shields versus Marshall. How many people from the UK do you think wanted Shields to win? Now, let's flip it over to America. If the majority of people in the building are from America, and let's just say the majority of the people would have been cheering for Savannah Marshall to beat Clarissa Shields, I'm going to tell you exactly what would have been said. But it's not about skin color. See, they're cheering for Savannah because she's more down to earth and she doesn't, they would have made every excuse. And Clarissa talks, wait. So wait a minute. You're telling me if the British fans, the majority would have been cheering for Shields over Savannah Marshall, do you think that wouldn't have been noticeable? Like, wait, what the fuck is going on, right? No. People are going to cheer their countrymen. But when you start making racial slurs, and when you get angry, not just because the person lost, which I don't care personally, but it's because they lost who they lost to. Do you think that that's that's not some bias, a little bit of racism in it? Why do you think people laughed at Deontay Wilder when he said he think he has just as many fans in the UK as AJ? Why do you think people was laughing at 7-8 Sports when he said that Deontay Wilder could go over there and sell out an arena? He can go out there and sell out the Wembley Stadium by himself. Yet he can't even fill up a fucking. He can't even fill up a not even a fucking stadium. He can't even fill up like the United Center, T-Mobile Arena. He can't even fill out. He can't even fill out that by himself. So how the hell are you gonna fill out a stadium in another country on top of that? Why do you think people laughed at him? Cheering for your countrymen doesn't necessarily make you racist, okay? But like I said, when it gets to the point, why is it my point when a black American fighter is in his own hometown getting booed? Why is it in his own country getting booed by and for someone from a different country? And it's always, no, it's the fighter, it's the skill level. But when a black American leave America to go fight in another country and they get booed, come on, man, they're They're in that country. And this is what I'm saying, because America's divided. You tell me how in the fuck you're in America, you have a 15,000 seat arena, and out of those 15,000 people, about 7,000 of them are from a different country? What the fuck? Are you shitting me? But this is what I'm saying. So my point is, when you have American people going against other American people, there's going to be situations like, once again, let me reiterate, I felt like Deontay needed to lose the belt because we wanted undisputed and he was just holding the belt hostage. I didn't want Fury to win because I like Fury as a fighter. Fuck Fury. But I did think Fury would be a man of his word, like he claimed, and he was going to fight AJ. And then that didn't happen. Okay? That didn't happen. So, if another fighter would have stepped up to do what Fury claimed he was going to do, we just needed Deontay to be relieved of that belt so we can get undisputed. That's the point. It wasn't about, I just want to see Deontay lose. No. We need to see undisputed. And both guys failed to deliver that. That was based on boxing. You see, that's what I'm saying. Some idiot came in my comment section this morning to respond to a post that's like 2 months old about Terrence Crawford and Jerron Boots Ennis. And see, this is what I mean about stupidity. So a lot of times we respond to things in videos that a lot of people might not know exactly where the energy is coming from. And I just responded to this person, yeah, whatever. Because for one, that has been cleared up already. You see how stupid people are? Jerron Boots Ennis, Duck Crawford. Where do you get this stupid ass information from? Simply because Terrence Crawford made a comment saying that he already said he wanted to fight Boots and Boots could afford him and it didn't happen and all that. No. And then Crawford goes, he never even knew about any talks about him and Boots. Well, I played the video. You guys hear Bozzy Ennis talk, and Bozzy Ennis said, I just talked to Terrence Crawford last night about the same thing. And he said he didn't even know. Now, you see what the irresponsible thing is. Does Crawford do a follow-up video and say, yeah, you know what? I talked to Bozzy. I didn't know that we were supposed to be fighting or whatever. No. Didn't Adrian Broner say the same shit? That he didn't know that Ryan Garcia's team reached out to him for a fight? Didn't he say the same thing? So all the time, it's always somebody said. So I'm not telling you Terrence Crawford is ducking Boots because he's scared of Boots. No, I know Terrence Crawford know better than you stupid fans. He know Boots is more than a threat. He know Boots is on that level. Y'all keep talking about he ain't ready. He ain't fought nobody. Okay, stupid. He's trying to. You can't fight who don't want to fight him. I don't think Terrence Crawford is scared of Jerron Ennis. But he knows the risk, and he knows that until Boots get in that position where it's not a mega fight. But he knows that it's an extreme danger there against Boots. Now, y'all can talk all this shit y'all want about who y'all think going. I don't give a fuck. Y'all don't understand the difference about the subject we're talking about versus your personal opinion about who would win. We don't care about who you think would win. I like them both as fighters, but the reality is y'all don't like the truth. So, in other words, if you sat here and said, oh, Aries Zodiac used to have a channel where he sold ice cream cones, and I didn't, why the fuck would I let you, I mean, if I did, I did, but I didn't. So if I said, somebody told me, and I said, well, just for the record, if there's somebody else out there going by using my name or whatever, and they're selling ice cream cones on their channel, just so you guys know, it's not me. Why the fuck would I deny something? Because if I'm selling something, isn't the idea to make money? So why the fuck would I create a channel to sell something to make money and then don't do it? Wouldn't that be stupid? So my point, no, fighters don't follow up and make it clear what was said. So, okay, well, we squared it off on the phone. Okay, but I'm not going to follow up on that. That's no different for me if I say, okay, I think I might have made a mistake in the last video and said 11 days, but it was 11 hours. Why am I doing that? Because you're going to watch the video, you're going to hear what I'm saying, and sometimes you're talking, you make a mistake. So that's called being a man. I put a video out where Eddie Hearn, clearly Eddie Hearn, not somebody saying something for him or repeating him saying that the fight between AJ and Daniel Dubois wasn't official yet. The very next day was the press conference. Somebody in the family told me that they had the press conference set up for the next day. All right, cool. We'll see what's going on then. And then, so yeah, when I made our follow-up video, I made it known. Like, yeah, but Eddie Hearn, this was on Fight Hub. So what probably happened was the video might have been 2-3 days old. So you understand what I'm saying? And then it was finalized after that video, obviously, because otherwise, why would Eddie stand up there and say that? So basically, the day that I put the video out, I saw it that morning when I put my video out. So I put my video out the same morning, well, the same day, but it was in the morning while I saw the video with Eddie Hearn. And that video was posted that morning. So somebody going, imagine somebody, oh, Aries lied. No, motherfucker, I ain't like, what the fuck? Think about it. Use your common sense. What would I gain out of just sitting up here making up a lie? And of all things, just to say that the fight wasn't finalized. What would I gain from that? You understand what I'm saying? So you got people that know, like, you know, obviously if I'm saying it was, I tell you, and this is why it's times I play videos. Simply because people, for whatever reason, this is how I know there's a lot of liars in the world too. Well, many ways we know. Anytime somebody assumes you're lying or making something up because they don't hear a video or hear the audio of a video or something, or what the fuck, like, they're letting you know they're liars. They don't trust themselves. And then even when you put proof up, that's why I played the video of Bozzy Ennis responding and saying, hey, you know what? Nah, ain't nobody duck Terrence Crawford. And you got to remember, okay, for the people that's hard of hearing, Bozzy told it like it is. Jaron Ennis was ranked like number 3 by in the organization of the belt. It was WBC that Crawford has. He was ranked number 1 for the IBF for Errol Spence. So he's saying, no, the whole thing was, okay, we're number 3 here. So there's people ahead of us. It takes Crawford to say, nah, I want the number 3 contender, if that be the case. And we was already number 1 for Errol Spence and was mandatory and never got our shot. So we like, hey, okay, Spence Crawford. We ready for whoever, either one. I put up the video showing you guys the ranking system. I put up the video showing you what Bozzy Ennis was talking about. Yet you get some idiot, because he's a Terrence Crawford nut hugger, jump in the comment section and want to try to tell you, oh, he never wanted to fight Terrence Crawford. Man, shut your little stupid ass up. You don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. You're saying what you're saying based on the simple fact you are a Terrence Crawford fan. Therefore, you don't want the truth to be out, which it doesn't matter, because if you're going to watch this channel, you're going to get the truth whether you like it or not. That's what you're going to get here. So Terrence Crawford and Jaron Boots and his fight didn't happen. Your stupid ass is responding to a post that was put up 2 fucking months ago. That shows you how what an airhead you are. Something that was put up 2 months ago. Man, nobody cares about what you're talking about. You're dwelling on something that makes no sense. First off, Boots has a fight coming up. That's his focus now. Terrence Crawford has a fight coming up. Worst case scenario for all of y'all that talk all this shit that want to keep saying that Boots is scared and he ducked Crawford is if that fight is to actually ever happen and Boots beat him, y'all making excuses about Crawford's age and all that ain't going to change a damn thing. Y'all love to just get in y'all feelings about shit. What the fuck am I going to respond to a 2-month-old post for? And trying to tell somebody something that already have proof of. Nobody gives a fuck about what you're talking about, man. Jaron Ennis let's look at this, and I'm just talking to you guys now, because like I said, I could have been doing a live right now. It's early. I don't know who's up, and I don't want to sit here and do a live with just a handful of people. But if I'm in a position, okay, all right, Aries, Alexander Usyk, you're number one. Okay, you're ranked number one for his IBF, and you're mandatory. You're ranked number 3 by, okay, Fury had the WBC, so you're ranked number 3 by the WBC. All right, who is it more realistic out of the two that I can get a fight with? Okay, we're trying to get this fight. All right, so my people reach out to Tyson Fury's people. But Tyson Fury's people talk to my people and basically never get back to them. The story is right the fuck there. And Bonzi's telling the whole story and said, I just talked to Crawford himself. You talked to Crawford. I talked to him last night about this same thing. And for Crawford to go, oh, I never knew, nobody talked to me and told me nothing. Okay. So at the end of the day, they never got back to Bonzi. So now Fury's people never get back to my people. But they're telling me what's going on, but he never get back to them. All right, so then it's obvious that Tyson Fury, for whatever reason, don't want the fight. He's not interested. So now we're trying to get Spence in there. But in the meantime, we have to look at a third option. Why? Because our first two options are either occupied or looking at something other than just fighting me. So now I got to fight somebody else. But at the same time, it's not what's available is not even an opponent that's like, so it's like, all right, let's just keep training, whatever. Now, somebody goes, oh, man, Aries ducked Tyson Fury. How the fuck I ducked Tyson Fury, stupid, when Tyson Fury's people were supposed to get back to us and they didn't? What, I'm gonna pull a WWE? Go fly to the UK, go find Tyson Fury, break in his house and beat his ass, and now you gotta fight me. What? I just disrespected you, kicked your door, now you gotta fight me. I'm gonna take your belt, hold the belt up in the air, stand to the camera, motherfucker. Like, what is this? Come on, y'all, with this goofy shit. And this is what I'm saying. Y'all quick to talk, say somebody ducked somebody. But I'm saying, and I told you, Terrence Crawford knows damn well Jerron Boots is on that level. Y'all can talk all the dumb shit y'all want. I don't give a fuck. Y'all fanboying. I don't even care about all that shit. Never said I think he's scared of Boots. I don't think he's scared of Boots, and I don't think Boots is scared of him. Jerron Boots Ennis is high risk, low reward. After this event that they about to have, if his stock goes up, and then Terrence Crawford goes, now we can make it happen. He has a fight he has to get past first. But bottom line, oh, at least this guy's stepping up. Like, man, shut the fuck up, stupid. He ain't stepping up to shit. Crawford is stepping up to fight in his weight class. You sound so stupid. Y'all, listen at what y'all saying. He's not coming down to 147. What do you mean, stupid? He's stepping up. No, dumbass. This guy is already fighting at 154. Crawford's the one going up, and this is the opponent for him. What are you going to say, no? He's going to say no, he don't want to fight Crawford? Like, when have Boots ever said, no, I don't want to fight Crawford? Y'all just love to talk, man. Y'all just love to just say things and don't know what you're talking about. And this is why I explode on you goofy sometimes, because y'all can, but for the most part, I don't even respond to a lot of shit, because it's just like, it's like little kids just wanting attention. He's ducking them. But Crawford's team is the one that never got back to Bonzi. Bonzi reaches out and talks to Crawford, makes the video and said, hey, simple. You hear Crawford denying anything? Okay. You guys, some of you just, So, anyway, now I've got all these things that we talked about. Everybody needs to be held accountable for what they say and do. You can't live in a world where people can just say whatever they want and not expect repercussions. I worked at a place every morning, 9 o'clock, we used to have meetings. I was a supervisor in this place. When I got there were 3 other male supervisors. Before I got to my second month, like halfway through my second month, I was the only male supervisor left. It was nothing but feminine energy in the room, and I don't like the way they did the morning meetings. And I told them, I said, one day somebody gonna wind up getting hurt real bad because the way y'all conduct these meetings are wrong. And they're like, how? I'm like, man, you got people standing here trying to air each other out. I don't like this nigga, blah, 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 and she did, and this one, this is going to cause tension. What do you think? People going to say what they say? Just take it on the chin, smile, and walk? No, this is going to cause problems. Same day I said that, they had a meeting, same, but with a different group of people. Same meeting, though. And their department was connected to the department I was in. And basically, that's what ended up happening. I don't like working with this nigga because this and this. Fuck you, man. They back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And before we know it, before the day was over, I saw one of the guys and I told him, I said, man, listen, man, y'all need to learn as men how to not get caught up into this type of stuff. There's better ways to handle things. I told them this is a bad idea. I told them from day one. And I'm like, y'all gonna cause something to really go wrong. And I said, man, listen, you're not working around him. Just let it go for now. Just let it go for now. I said, because you're going to end up in jail over nothing. Now, I get what you said, but you the one that set it off. You set it off. You the one that set it off. Now, the reality of that is the guy that went off was trying to get at that guy's wife. And he didn't work at the time. So when he started working there, yeah, at some point she told him that guy right there be trying to talk to me. Because I remember the woman came to me. She come to me, and that guy, he talked to me. He tried to like, he liked me. I know, like, the way he talked to me, he look at me up and down, lick his lips and thing. And my husband, and I said, okay. And I said, well, all right. So I had to go talk to the guy. And I told him, I said, who's a black American. And I told him, I said, listen, man, she has concerns about the way you're looking at her, and she don't like the way you're talking to her, okay? Oh, man, I ain't sweating that. I said, listen, you ain't got to tell me, explain that part to me. Understand, this is what she's saying. I said, and dude name is Derek. And I said, Derek, I don't remember the female's name. I said, Derek, be real with yourself. I was right there watching you stand and stare at her, and you yourself talking about, yo, just one time. All right? Leave her alone. Because now that she said what she said, okay, it's brought to my attention. So now when I do my report, I can't not put that in there. All right? You haven't been written up, but leave her alone. Because if she decides to go and say something to a manager or somebody else, right? I'm a supervisor at the time. Okay, they're going to ask me, yeah, did, she come to you and say anything about, whatever? And, yeah, it's in my report. You understand? It's right there in my report. Oh, no, okay, just wanted to know that she said she took, yeah, simple. So now don't put me in a position where I've spoken to you. Now all of a sudden you see her and you say something else and then it escalates to something. So he felt some kind of way about that. So now her husband starts working there, and him and her, the two of them, the husband and him, are in the same department. So they're working together. The husband came to me because I'm pretty sure, I know, she told him. And she was like, I said, listen, it's for the record, right? I said, I can't discuss anything I talked about with him with you. I said, but she did come to me, and it was put in the report. Now, what I'm going to tell you, don't go looking for him. Just let it go. If he disrespects her, she needs to write him up and then let it happen that way. You yourself, as a man, as her husband, I completely understand how you feel. But don't worry about something that happened in the past as long as it's not happening now. Keep your eyes open and pay attention, because I would. I said, but I'm saying this to you simply because now that you're coming to me about this situation, I'm explaining this to you. So you're not being written up because you're asking me a question. I said, but I'm letting you know. And why do I have to take notes about things? Because if something escalates, I am a supervisor, and what's going to happen is they're going to ask me this and this and this. Now, should you go and say, yeah, I went and I talked to, the supervisor and blah, blah, blah. Okay, they're going to want to know where my paperwork is. Do you understand? So let it go. If anything happens, like I said, keep your eyes open. You complain, write up whatever you feel is wrong or something. You do that. Okay, you do that. Now, what I can't do is go to him and tell him, yo, her husband just came over. No, I spoke to him about what the wife said because the wife asked me, could I talk to him and tell him to leave her alone? Do you understand? So now he has an attitude because why? He saw something he wanted, he got rejected, and now he see the husband every day and he has to work with him. And it just so happens not only were they in the same department, but they're working together, right? So now that's where this beef comes in. And he's complaining about the husband or whatever. Well, long story short, they end up pulling guns out of each other. And this was at a big indoor water park resort. So everybody knew this. Customers saw what was going on, everything. Everybody running and screaming. They drawing guns on each other. So yeah. After work, dude ran. Now didn't even clock out. Just ran outside. Drove to his house, which was like 3 minutes from where we were working. Came back with a gun. The other guy runs to his trunk, and they out there popping at each other out in the parking lot. Now, when I said this isn't a good idea, you're gonna cause tension. Every one of those females in there couldn't stand each other. They were always snitching on each other. You had two people riding the same car. You hang out. You're the godmother to this person's kid, and you're writing this person up behind their back, and then come back to you and say, hey, listen, be careful because somebody said this and this and that. Now, did I sit here and go, nah, Derek, look, you my black brother, man. You this and this, they Latinos. No. Right is right and wrong is wrong. And the husband of this woman wound up killing himself. I heard it was suicide. I don't know if that's true or if he just crashed, lost control, but I heard it was suicide. I haven't seen him since that had happened. But I do remember she came to me. She said, thank you for talking to the guy. He looked angry, but I don't pay attention to him. I just walk. He look at me, and I thank you so much. I thank you this and that. Worry about it. The husband was like, all right, thank you so much, man, because I don't want no trouble with nobody, man. And my wife told me what he did. She told me that she talked to you and stuff and that, I said, I did what I had to do with that. Just let that go. As long as nothing else is happening, just don't look for nothing to happen. Keep your eyes open. If something does happen, hey, if something's brought to my attention, like this situation ain't gonna be no 3, 4, 5, no. If I'm approached by you or your wife or somebody again about this same situation, we're gonna have to bring it downstairs to management and we're gonna have a meeting about this. And then because this is a place where we work, this is business. And that's part of the problem. Everybody coming here looking for a hookup. And they don't care if somebody's married or not. They cross that line, then there's an issue. And it was so many fights and things that broke out. So when I left there, people was like, man, that place is going down. I can't believe it and blah, blah, blah. I see things as it's happening, and I decide what I need to do, what's best for me and my family. While other people sit there, they get sucked into the drama, okay? We can't just go around in life doing what we want, saying what we want, and then expect there not be any consequences in life. Things are going to happen. So when we start talking about freedom of speech, or we just feel like we can say what we want, then send some half-ass, fake-ass apology about it, and then we want to play the victim every time something happens. So I said what I said because I was angry, I was upset. No. Now, that guy, that's a perfect example. He did what he did and was acting away towards her husband because he was jealous. And the crazy part, that same guy met a woman, talked to her the very first day, and they got married the same day. And all she was trying to get was citizenship. Didn't love him. And he's like 20-something years older than her. You understand what I mean? So it's like, wow. And this was a guy, still in the life, man. I'm a blood, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, so let me ask you a question. And you telling me this, and me being in my position, why, bro, Yeah. Well, nah, I mean, I know you was straight up dude. I'm like, yeah, but bottom line, once again, this is where we work. So think about what you're saying. You're still in the life. So you come here to work every day on time, and you're a diabetic. Sometimes you can't put pressure on your foot. You're up in age, and you bragging about being a gangbanger. So where you go? You work at day and then commit crimes at night? I'm like, man, you need to grow up, seriously. And I'm saying what I'm saying to you because I feel like you're telling me this because you feel like it's going to stay between me and you. Because no, I don't do the, oh, he told me, no. I said, but what I see, this is what I'm talking about. If I wasn't black, you wouldn't do that shit. So to me, it's like you looking at me like what you think I do gangbanging too. I said, I don't care about no gangbanging. I said, if I have to break my foot off in somebody's ass, then I will. I said, but at the same time, see, this is what I'm talking about. Y'all come here talking about the wrong shit. And it was the same thing. We on an elevator full of people, non-black, nigga, 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 nigga. And they just all standing there smiling as if, yeah, listen to these dumbass niggas. Listen to them. Just, yeah, nigga, yo, nigga, nigga, nigga. And I'm just like, yeah. And that's why when people try to compliment me by saying you're different, it's still an insult in a way. You understand what I'm saying? Because there's many of us that don't live like that. A whole lot of us, but no, that's not who people see. You either see, when it comes to black folks, you either see the completely ignorant street shit or the bougie shit. But never just a straight up down to earth good person. It's always ignorance or bougie shit. And so yeah, it's like we have this these false narratives and these stereotypes that people don't understand. These things are meant to degrade you and put you down. They're not meant to big up you, to make you feel good about life, to make you feel good about yourself. If I say to people, if I say to y'all, embrace your loved ones, live life on the positive side, stay away from toxic people, I'm not saying that as no fucking catchphrase. I'm not saying it because it sounds like something to say. When I say to you, your happiness depends on the quality. Your happiness depends on the quality of your thoughts. That's reality. That's true shit. That's not some, oh, it just sounds good to say. When I say never fall in love with lies, remember the truth brings hate out of people. That's facts. I deal with this shit. I see it. So because I end the videos with that, don't take it like it's just routine. Those are words to live by, man. And this is what I'm saying, man. We have too much, people use the word diversity. No, it's not diverse, man. It's stupid shit that we are accepting into our lives. If I sat here right now, look at how many rappers people got Pop Smoke's address. Different people. Yo, I'm this nigga. Y'all know my address. I live 855 Chris Lane, nigga. Pull up, nigga. And all of a sudden, this person gets killed right there on their live on Facebook or whatever. Do you understand what I'm saying? We have ignorant people trying to prove points. Nobody's flagging their videos. Do you know how many? If you guys don't know, type in the search right here on YouTube or in your Google. Like, pull up videos of people getting killed on Facebook Live, on Instagram. Like, you would be like, wow, I didn't even know that this shit was happening. I mean, there are so many videos. Why would you be that stupid? You're giving your address. Not only do you live there, but your family live there, which means if somebody's coming to kill you, they're going to kill everybody in your house. And on top of that, you already live in a funky ass neighborhood that nobody cares about you guys anyway, right? So what are you trying to prove by doing all of that? So when somebody speaks to wake people up, people don't understand that. They're like, but it's a waste of time. Yeah, maybe because we're not the same nationality, it doesn't hit you like it hits me. You don't understand what I'm doing, but I know what I'm doing. And there's too many of us that work hard, bust our asses for our families every single day just to have some fucking celebrities and whatever's going on in celebrity life. That's what's important to the world. I don't care about these people because they're celebrities. I don't care about none of that shit. If Clarissa Shields was my sister, Do you understand what I'm saying? If she was my family member, yeah, she can fight and she can hold her own. You think you could talk that way about her? And me not break your fucking neck myself? And this is exactly what I'm saying. We used to protect our women. We used to protect our elderly. We used to protect our children. Now, people are trying to divide us as black people. They're trying to get us to the point where men and women hate each other in the black community. In general, the whole gender thing, period, but especially amongst black men and black women. So my thing is this, right? If you choose to marry somebody that's not black, fine. But if you choose to marry somebody that's not black because, oh, black men don't treat you right. Oh, black women don't treat you right. See, that's that bullshit I'm talking about. And that's for any nationality. If your nationality is beneath you, okay? In your mind, it's beneath you. What happens when you go out, you date someone, they're not black, and then they dog you out? You date somebody else, they're not black, they dog you out. At what point do you realize you just didn't meet the right guy, period? Or you just didn't meet the right woman, period? So I will never get mad at somebody because you date somebody that's not the same nationality. My wife is not my same nationality. Who cares? But at the same time, I never looked and said, I don't want a black American woman because of. Now, the problem that you're starting to see with the black American women, and let me say, you see how they keep showing, I kept seeing this term BBL. I didn't even know what the fuck that stood for. And I kept hearing, yo, you got yourself a BBL. And I'm noticing, the majority of the times when I see that, it was a black woman that was being referenced, that they were referencing that to. Then I come to find out that means Brazilian butt lift. And I'm like, wow. And I'm hearing people talking about how, them BBL stink and stuff. That's when I'm like, wait a minute, what the fuck is a BBL? Well, all I'm going to say is this. When you hate yourself so much that you got to get a fake ass, fake titties, fake nails, fake eyes, you wear heels to make yourself taller, not because you like the shoes, just because you like the shoes, but you want to look taller than what you are. Everything about you is about money. Everything about you is costly. You go slice your fucking body all up, get all this cosmetic surgery, and then you want some man to put money into your fucking hands so you can go out and keep this fake shit going. And you see this Hollywood lifestyle. I mean, you got people that's not even, they work regular 9-to-5 jobs and they out here getting cosmetic surgery done in their bodies. Are you serious? So me saying this is like, if you don't love yourself, I don't care what your nationality, if you don't love yourself, it's one thing even to get tattoos because you like tattoos. But if you get tattoos because you're trying to, I just want to transform myself to something else. When I look at myself, I want to feel like I'm a whole different person. And you're trying to, like, what are you trying to forget about yourself? You can't make a person like that happy. A person like that, I don't care what you do, they will be miserable. If you're not complimenting this person every 5 minutes, you're not doing your job. If you're not, everything is going to be your fault or somebody else's fault. It's never going to be that person's fault. Nobody wants to be held accountable for what they do, what they say. I don't want people around me that take my peace of mind. Every time we have a conversation, you're telling me something that makes me sad or depressed. No, I don't want that. So how do you deal with these type of things? See, and this is what I'm saying. So I have a lot of interaction with a lot of people off camera. And I'm telling you, a lot of you, like I said, a lot of you just talk too much. A lot of you like to just listen just so you can respond, but you're not trying to really understand life. And if you're talking about shit that you never experienced, you really need to shut up. Especially when you don't have kids, when you don't have or you don't own your own home. You're not on your own doing things, paying car insurance, paying for kids to go to college. You're not doing those things. You really need to shut the fuck up because you're talking about things you have no experience in. And then on top of that, you don't know how many programs I've been a part of, just different things, period. I don't need to come on the camera and talk about, oh, I do this, I do this, I do this. I know what I do. But a lot of y'all just talk too much. And I'm like, this is the problem with society. This is why people can't have a normal conversation. You think I need you to fucking try to tell me who I am or what I am because you believe a certain thing that you can't fucking prove? And one of the most honest answers that people can give you about a whole lot of things is, I don't know. I don't know. Like, I remember someone, just for example, I remember someone made a comment saying that they don't believe in Neanderthals, cavemen, whatever. Person said, you do know that we're finding the bones of early man, right? Skulls and everything. You do realize that. The person said, yeah, but still. So that's not even an argument. Yeah, but still. Yeah, but still what? So basically you have nothing to support your claim that it's not true. So he says, okay, so do you think it's possible that man came? So you saying humans came from Neanderthals? Whatever. It's like, okay, they are a species of human, yes, and they have changed through time with the way they look, size, shape, all of that, right? And the person didn't believe that. They just, oh well, this, and he's like, okay, well, we have proof of. That's why we have museums and things. We have the artifacts. We have these findings. They said, have you ever seen a motherfucking human come from an ape? He said, no. He said, have you ever seen someone take mud and clay and breathe and make the form of a face and breathe life into the nostrils? Okay, but you believe that, right? Then here's the funny thing. Now that person don't believe in Neanderthals, but they believe in Nephilim giants, who they can't find bones for them. They finding nothing on no 50 feet tall human beings, right? Nephilim giants who was having sex with normal sized women, was creating like Thor, angels, angelic beings having sex with human women, making superhumans. Have you ever seen any of that shit happen? So you see what I'm saying? All of this shit that people try to tell you is true because they believe it. You never seen none of that shit happen. Have you ever seen a motherfucker walk on water? So all of these things. But the Bible, we know what it says, stupid. We study it. We used to be Christians. We understand what's in there. And it's reasons why we're not Christians anymore. But we're not telling nobody what they should or shouldn't be. So my whole thing is people love to make claims about something being real, but they can't prove shit. You just choose to believe it. You can say a fighter is going to beat every fighter that he gets in the ring with. And every time they win, I told you. But then they lose. Right? Okay. You was just wrong with your prediction. They didn't win because of your prediction. They won because they were able to win. When they lost, they lost. You got people still. I saw somebody wrote an article about Floyd Mayweather the other day. And they was talking about Floyd Mayweather has lost multiple fights. They just didn't put him on his record. And Floyd this and Floyd that, right? And this dude, I'm like, God damn, I'm like, yo, does this guy have a video? Because, damn, this is a long. I've never seen somebody put so much emphasis in trying to prove someone to not be TBE or whatever. And it was like, wow, I'm not reading all of this shit, man. This isn't educational. This is just somebody ranting about nothing. And the funny thing about it, he said all of that. And when I scroll all the way down to the bottom, somebody said in the comment, it's so sad that Floyd being 50-0 have you so depressed because you wrote all of this shit, right? I bet you nobody read all of this. We're just letting you know it's okay. Because after you finish writing this column, he's still going to be 50-0. And everybody just started clowning the guy that wrote the post. Then there was like two people that went out their way to start. Somebody had like 20 different fighters that really beat Floyd. And I'm sitting up here like, damn, it's just weird how people are attracted to something that has no validity to it. Nothing true about it. So even if you feel, oh, well, I think he lost to this guy, that, whatever. But this person, and this is the point, how I said somebody respond to post 2 months old, 8 months old, or 2 years old. Like, you guys are so miserable that it really tears them up inside. For someone to think someone is better than someone else or whatever, right? That people love to debate everything. if you said to me, hey man, there's a place called Bailey's, they make some great steaks. I went there last night, and I say, oh yeah, I gotta check that out then. Hey, listen, also they got this place called the Tokyo Steakhouse. They make some good steaks too. Am I telling you that the Tokyo Steakhouse make better steaks than Bailey's? Isn't it obvious I can't tell you that? Because I've never eaten at this place that you're talking about called Bailey's, right? Okay, but let's just say, if I say I think the Tokyo Steakhouse has the best steaks hands down, okay, that still would be an inaccurate comment. Why? Because I haven't eaten in every steakhouse. Now, I can say they have the best steaks out of every steakhouse that I've been to, in my opinion. To me, I like it better. You can't disagree with me saying what I like better. I would never be that ignorant to say and tell you, nah, man, you can't tell me that they can't be better than the Tokyo Steak. No, whatever you like is what you like. What I like is what I like. All right, so cool. Guess what? We'll go to Bailey's next. Because you like it there, I like it. Okay, I want to go check it out. That's all that is. You got a lot of people, they take that as a challenge. Are you saying that the Tokyo Steakhouse is better than Bailey's? There's no way. No, stupid. Relax. Relax your damn mind. Relax your damn nerves. I don't know what Bailey's tastes like because I've never been there, even though there was a Bailey's that is now called the Tokyo Steakhouse. But that's why I made the comparison to just say, like, my opinion is my opinion. Your opinion is your opinion. I really don't need to compare. I like the variety. I like to go try different things. That's what that's about. And it really doesn't come to my mind unless somebody asks you, what do you like better? It really depends on what I'm feeling that day. You understand what I mean? A lot of times we have your go-to place. There's certain things you like. Okay, you know what, man, I feel like doing this. It's not that big of a deal, though. And this is what I'm saying. So if you want to try to argue with me that, no, Bailey's make the best steaks, yeah, okay, shut the fuck up. I don't care. You think they make the best? They make the best. I mean, motherfucker, you acting like you're going to get a free meal. Shut the fuck up, man. If you like Bailey's, fine, and you like Bailey's. Nobody's telling you that Bailey's don't make good steaks. You understand what I'm saying? Like, that's my whole point. So because I say the Tokyo Steakhouse make great steaks as well, no, Bailey's have to be number one. There can't be any competition. It's not about that. But this is the mindset that people have. So anything you say, oh, I got to try to challenge that. That's why I explode on people sometimes. And then sometimes I just ignore people. And then if you get really ignorant, I'll just block and delete you because I don't need assholes coming on my channel with trying to try people. I know. See, I know how many subscribers I have. So when I have videos that do far more than the amount of subscribers that I have, it's like, okay, you see people listen to you and then they want to respond to try to debate. And I've always had people, even some of the family would say to me like, yo, I want to see you debate with such and such. But see, y'all, I don't do debates. Because first off, if a debate is to bring knowledge about a situation and people are going to be exposed to the truth, they're going to have awareness about what's, going on, not to lean towards the fucking debate. What the fuck do I care about expressing my opinion to you? My opinion is my opinion. A debate is to be able to prove facts. The problem with debates is it's nothing but ego versus ego. And then pretty much people on this side take this person's side. People on this side take this person's side. This is not life-changing fucking conversations we're having here. This type of stuff is far more, has far more substance than just talking about boxing. You understand what I'm saying? So all that shit is nothing but superficial glory. You sit up here to these fighters and all that shit. No, but bottom line is when you look at what's meaningful, as far as a debate? No, I'm not trying to win a debate or try to win an argument. I don't care. That does nothing for me. So you've seen videos and they'll label the video, such and such owns this person, such and such humbles this person in 5 minutes, right? Something like that. They didn't humble anything. They didn't own anything. What happened is they made some valid points that mean something to you. But the person that they're talking to, and even the audience watching, still don't see it that way. Or they're still split. No, everybody doesn't agree with them, or even the majority. So how did they humble them? How did they own them, so to speak? All they did was said something that you like. Now, if I can speak to people and bring up the facts and people understand that, but you got to realize, in this generation, especially in this day and time, people argue facts all the time. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Like, someone made a comment and said that HBO was the first cable service ever. First. That's what the person said. HBO. So all you young cats out there, you know what I'm saying, before we had Hulu and Netflix, you know what I'm saying, and all this Amazon Prime, and we had HBO. HBO was the first. It wasn't the first. We had something called WWHT way before HBO. Now, I don't know if they were the first, okay? But they were before HBO, and that's a fact. I didn't go on that person's channel and correct them. I could have. Like, I didn't go to debate with them. But I could have just typed in, well, actually, WWHT was first. Because it was. So either this person forgot about it or never knew that WWHT existed. And the first that he remembered was always HBO by itself. What is it for me to, like, what do I gain? Now, the only thing I would have been doing was correcting something he was saying, not to be rude to him, not to try to shame him. And I also know that if I do that, there's going to be idiots in the comment section. They're going to agree with me, but they're going to start an argument with other people. You know, oh, this fucking guy's so fucking stupid. Thank you. Finally, somebody that pays attention. Oh, it wasn't HBO. I remember. And that's not what I'm trying to do. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, that's why every comment doesn't deserve a reaction. That's why a lot of times I'm busy and I can't get to every comment, especially when I make multiple videos. But goddamn, it's like certain shit I refuse to even respond to. Because it's like, if I sat here and said everything I said and you come up with a stupid comment like that, there's no need for me to even expound on anything. Because it's obviously you have a hard time understanding common sense. And so, yeah, I wanted to get into this video and just talk to you guys a bit about a whole lot of shit, all the stuff we've been talking about, because these are things I honestly feel like, I look around like, where all the grown-ups at, man? They're like far and few. It's like you gotta really spot to really, and listen, man, thank you to my brother for sending me, he said something so real. He said that fuck all this boxing shit, man. I watched my grandmother go through having, dementia, man. And, I want to salute my brother Aries and say big up to you, and I want to see your family get, like, bottom line, man. I felt that, like, right back at you, brother. Nothing but love, man. And we had, out of every comment in that whole thing was like, wow. And that one got my attention the most out of everything. Why? We are a boxing channel. We do talk about meaningful things at times along with the boxing video. Things do happen, but that right there shows he's a stand-up man. And everybody that sent, every single one of you that sent, well wishes to my dad. And now like I said, my mom is, same, but bottom line, that type of stuff is what I'm saying. That's what I'm talking about. So, like when I'm making this video right here, I said so many things in this video. There's so many things that people can look at like, damn, you know what? Yeah, that's food for thought. You know what? That's real reality though. That's not just conversation. That's reality. People don't learn lessons in life by accident. Things happen, okay? The accident happened. What you learn from it is solely on you. So even when you hear people, like, I don't care that people, when you see people having soccer games, they waving their flags and stuff, they cheer. I don't care about that. I don't care about that. They're out there having fun. watching their soccer game or whatever they're doing. But see, what I do have a problem with is when you guys start fighting, and that's anybody, over a fucking soccer game, a baseball game, a boxing match. How serious is that? Did you leave your house thinking, okay, I'm going to this fight to cheer for this fighter, and if somebody cheer for a different fighter, we gonna fight? I'm looking to start some shit tonight. Or did you come out to so-called have a good time? Because people can't have a good time doing nothing. Not on the 4th of July, not at a fireworks show, not at a water park, not at Chuck E. Cheese, not at Disneyland. Somebody is always, and I'm like, wow, fights are breaking out in places that's supposed to be family-oriented where there are little kids at. Fights are breaking out on airplanes. You're in the fucking air swinging punches at someone. I saw a video of a guy who was driving a bus. And you know how some of the buses have that little flimsy fiberglass door? Well, his was open and he's in the chair strapped in, and the guy decides he wants to swing punches at the driver. Do you know how stupid you have to be to swing at a driver of a bus while you're on that same bus? And they wound up crashing into a wall, and you can see they wasn't going that fast, but it was fast enough to where the weight of that bus, his little flimsy ass body flew up against the windshield. And it's like, what the? I mean, every single day, since I've been talking to you guys, I keep getting these notifications every single day. Where I live at, the state that I live in, and all around, I keep seeing these, someone killed, someone murdered. A teenage girl found dead. Teenager charged for murdering his parents. It's every day. The entire day going up. All of this information just pops up. So, in closing this video, a whole lot of times, you guys think that it's just something that, like we look at Ryan Garcia, it's just Ryan's situation. No, it's not just a Ryan situation. You realize people with that mindset have the type of people around them that can cause riots to break out, and then other people get hurt and get killed based on something that someone else said or did. You guys remember what happened with Tupac and Biggie? Because I remember when that shit happened, you think the only two rappers in the world was Tupac and Biggie. Wu-Tang, all these Onyx, all these new groups that had just came out, oh, they suffered in record sales. They suffered in growing their brand because they came out right when this shit was all going on. Everything was about Tupac and Big at this moment. So that's all everybody talked about. And out of everything that Tupac said and did, the thing about it was, I remember Tupac on the video said, man, this is just something between me and Big. If I knew all this was going to happen, man, I never would even said that. Should have did this and that, right? Now, we're talking about what you said and did on the record, which he said some foul shit too on the record. But at the same time, before he got killed, remember, they jumped and beat up some guy. On the streets, ain't no fucking rules, man. Now, let's just say the same dudes that they jumped and beat up would have jumped and beat up Pac, and then Pac would have came back and shot them, and then Pac would have ended up in jail instead of dying. What you think people would have been saying? What the fuck you expect? Yo, somebody jumped me, I'm going to shoot too, right? But now, because the roles reversed and Pac is the star, it wasn't supposed to happen to Pac. And people always talk about that look on Pac's face, that picture of him sitting in that light where he's looking up and how he looked nervous or whatever. Bro, shit is going to happen. Shit come back to you. I don't give a fuck how much you like a rapper, singer, damn, I don't care. Y'all can talk all that, yo, that nigga raised me, that nigga music got me through 2 years of prison, all that, whatever. At the end of the fucking day, well, yeah, a lot of their music probably the reason your ass ended up in prison in the first place, trying to be something you're not. But bottom line is, when that shit happened, for him to come to the conclusion, he would have never even made the songs he made if he knew that it was going to cause an East Coast, West Coast beef. And you constantly talk about nigga West Coast and this and that, and you're not from the West Coast. But you understand, you didn't know what was going on? Now everybody talk about how intelligent Pac is, right? How intelligent he spoke. Okay, so there's no way that you can have all this intelligence and not realize what your words are doing. And you being a baby Panther, your mom being a Black Panther, you know the power of words. That's why you made the songs you made. We grew up. We know who Faith Evans is. We know Latifah. We know Tretchen, and we know Redman, Reggie. We ain't no superstar. She ain't no nigga that. Yeah, it's Reggie. Yeah, they go Tretch. Ain't no motherfucking ass kissing. But when he said that shit about Faith in that song, who you think he was talking about? What'd he say? Some bad boy for life. You claim to be a player, but I fucked your wife. Ain't that the same fucking stupid shit Ryan Garcia is doing? And then they would say, Pac love black people. Yo, he stood up for his people. Yo, Pac. Okay, is Faith not black? You was talking about we gotta protect the ladies that make the babies and talking about their mama. You are appreciated. Is Faith not a black woman? So even, let's say if you did screw Faith, why did you feel the need to put that in a song? So this is what I'm talking about. So yeah, hit him up it might sound hard to you the way he's flowing and rapping up, but listen at what he's saying. I'm like, when I first heard that song, I said, I don't like this shit. I used to write songs, and I'm telling you, when you write that kind of shit, you're not coming from a good space. Some people just write that shit, many of them, just to sound tough and ain't never even had a schoolyard fight. I know the shit that they wanted from us and what was going on. I just like, no, because we're contributing to the shit that's happening out here. And it just didn't sit right with me. All of that being said, you can't pick and choose who's wrong and right when it comes to somebody doing wrong or right. Pac can't be no more fucking like Pac can't be right about what he was doing. It was just a song. No. That's the same way Ryan can say, I was just trolling. I didn't mean it. Okay. If I knew this was going to end up with a West Coast beef, West Coast, I would have never said that. No, you said something. You crossed the line already. That's my whole thing. You don't think when Big got killed, it was people retaliating for Pac? Because they think that Big is the one that got Pac killed. Do you understand what I'm saying? So when you hear Eddie Hearn say, somebody better get a hold of Ryan before it's too late. And this is what I'm saying to you. His mouth can cause something to happen to his family. We can't get to Ryan because this motherfucker's hiding out. But that's his mom. That's his sister right there. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's his homeboy. See, this is what I'm saying to you. And if you already a racist sitting there talking about digging up dead people so you can kill them again, why the fuck would somebody care about killing you? You understand what I'm saying? Y'all think it's just some words, but that shit can touch deeper than you even know. And I don't think nobody in George Floyd's family, I'm pretty sure they done heard about some shit. I don't think they're going to sit here and take that shit lightly. I ain't proud of nothing. All this shit that was coming out this boy's mouth, and then they want to play mental health issues. I've dealt with mental health issues. People with mental health issues. I know what that shit is like. And I know it don't make them racist. You either racist or you're not. Mental health issues don't make you racist. That's something that's already there. I want to dig up George. Let's dig up George Floyd. You kill that nigga again. Really? Really? Just saying, yo. And this is what I'm talking about. And I know the effect that people like Tupac, the things people, you got people to this very day arguing over Pac. Yo, people saying Pac ain't a lyricist. Yo, Pac was a lyricist, yo. Why the fuck do you care, man? Why do you care? Why do you actually care how people see him as an artist? What does it do for you? You're stroking your own ego by sucking off another man. Let's just be real. I don't give a shit who you think the best rapper is, the best singer is. You know what? My playlist and my phone, what I listen to in these ears is what I want to listen to. I'm not rating these artists. I don't care. Grow up. I'm listening to music that I want to listen to. That's all it is. I don't care nothing about, Y'all don't understand the childishness. They're talking about Flint, Michigan, the water being polluted. They had a Detroit rapper come up there and he's speaking. And all of a sudden, here you got these idiots start putting their top 10 rappers. Nobody asked you nothing about your fucking top 10. They don't make not one comment about the situation, the topic of the video, and the water being polluted in Flint, Michigan, and the solutions of nothing. all these idiots are starting there putting up their top 10 rappers in the fucking category, then start arguing with each other because of the order that they have the rappers in. Nah, how the fuck you gonna have that nigga at number one? Hell no, he ain't better than, and they back and forth, suck my dick, and I'm like, wow. Something that simple. The title of the video has nothing to do with this rapper and his accolades. It's all about what's going on in Flint, Michigan, and he just happened to be a Detroit rapper. And all of a sudden, you idiots are in the comment section arguing over your top 10 list. Who the fuck asked you about your top 10 list of favorite rappers? This is what I mean. Y'all don't understand how deeply rooted ignorance is in these people. Nobody cares about your fucking top 10. And not one fucking mention about the situation. And I'm like, this is exactly what I'm saying. Idiots are everywhere. They really had no business in that comment section. You simply come there because, oh, that's such and such. And now all of a sudden, now you want to start listing your fucking top 10 grown-ass man and his sucking off grown-ass men. Ranking them and then getting into your feelings about how they're ranked and who's this. And then you got about 100 people literally listing their top 10. Like, wow. And I'm like, see, people don't get it. And this is why, as a content creator, it's harder for me at times to really get into these stories, to even want to do these stories about these fighters, because it's like, do people really even get it? Do they even understand why we do what we do? So anyways, I said all I wanted to say about all these other things, but yeah. It's something Derek James, Frank Martin, as a collective in the gym, trainer and fighter, dealing with this racist Ryan Garcia, and you know, as far as Errol Spence and Tank Davis and all these guys that he's exchanging numbers with, it's like, you know, I guess really out of all of them, Errol's away from all of that. You know, Tank Davis, you know, whatever. I just, bottom line, for them that's at a distance, yeah, all of them should have something to say and feel some kind of way as well. But for me to be in the gym with a racist motherfucker that came out and said what he said, nah, it's either gonna be me and him. I'll break his ass up, break his jaw, break his ribs and all that, slam on his damn neck. Yeah, he won't be in here no more. I'll make the decision for you. I'm just saying, I don't see how that, for that to work, you know, Derek James being a no nonsense kind of guy, and him being a black man himself, and a lot older than a Ryan Garcia, like coming from a different generation too, that, you know, yeah, man, yeah. When people say things in silence, you can't, I mean, openly, you can't respond in silence. You have to, sometimes silence is worse than, it's honestly like going along with it. You know, honestly, it's like going along with it. You know, it's like I said, people wanted Trump out of office. I said, I can understand that. I know, openly racist, rotten, no good motherfucker. And I said, but I'm going to tell y'all something. If you listen to Joe Biden's politics, I'm listening to this guy talk and looking at the history of how things go and how nothing has changed drastically anyway, I don't see Joe Biden doing a better job. So one way you win, okay, Trump is out. But don't expect any big changes by Biden. In fact, shit's probably going to get worse. Was I wrong? Yeah, but you gotta, no, stop telling me what I gotta understand. See, you're assuming I don't understand something by saying you have to understand. I said what I said. I don't see Biden doing a better job. Do you understand his politics and what his so-called goals are? Do you? I mean, what I'm saying though, Trump? No. See, you can't answer the fucking question. It wasn't about understanding what Biden brings to the table. It was just about, we want Trump out. I get you. I agree. Yeah, Trump got to go. But Biden's not going to do a better job. I said that. Tell me I'm wrong. Everything is much higher now, far more expensive. Certain job markets are open simply because they don't pay enough. And you have people that's like, I can't pay my bills with that. The cost of living is up. And then these hourly wages with a lot of these jobs don't pay. So now people have to depend on overtime to pay their bills and stuff like that. So they're trying to do other things. And then for people that's trying to go to school, trying to get a degree, trying to do something more, and they're juggling with a lot. And there's been jobs open since COVID. One place been hiring for like 5 years. That should tell you something. And there's been many places like that. And they're cutting back hourly wages and all of that. Okay, look at the school systems. Look at drivers. They telling you, man, pay us 8 hours and not 6 hours. And then everything else is overtime. Everybody's satisfied. And then you'll have more people wanting to do the overtime. Why? You're already getting paid for 8 hours. And now everything else is extra. But they look at it like, well, no, if we do that, then people will stop doing over. No, they would do the overtime. So yeah, it wasn't about understanding what Biden was trying to do. It was just basically we need somebody other than Trump. And because of the state of the economy and things, they felt like if we get a Democrat in there, that things would automatically be better. But we found out that nope, not this time. Wasn't the case, right? So yeah, people love to run their mouth about things. You're focusing on what Trump said and did. I get that, but you're still not explaining to me what it is about Biden's politics that you want him in there, that you feel like you have so much faith in him. Now the same people that got Biden in there is kicking themselves in the ass. This motherfucker came in. You got what you want one way. But you understand what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. People just love to run their mouth. They don't pay attention to anything. But they always want to try to tell you what you should do. Like, yeah. I'm not speaking about things that I'm uncertain about or unsure about. But you're so sure about the world because of your views. I'm saying what people need to pay more attention to because they're saying things and not understanding where it's coming from. Let me make this one point before I go. You guys remember this song, Amazing Grace? As a kid, I never liked that song. I never liked most of those damn Negro spirituals and gospel songs because they're depressing. We always on our knees begging for help, looking for miracles to happen. And none of them, they just don't have the sound or the feel like they don't feel good. They just always feel like you're always like the worst is going to happen. So I'm listening to the song, Amazing Grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, now I'm found, was blind, but now I see. Whatever. And I'm sitting there, and I didn't know what a wretch was at the time. So I was about 9 years old, 8 or 9 years old. And I remember I went to go look up what the word wretch meant. And a wretch is someone that can't be trusted, very conniving, do a lot of dirty deeds. You understand what I'm saying? Bottom line, just a rotten, untrustworthy. It had like 2-3 different definitions, and all of them pretty much were saying the same thing. Like, person that can't be trusted. Yeah. One of the definitions, a person that don't even trust themselves. Conniving, just a person that do devilish things purposely and stuff like that. I looked up the word guile. Another one, a shyster, a person that can't be trusted. A person that would do anything at all costs to trick others. You know, dirty, evil deeds. So I'm like, damn, okay. Because that's another word that I saw in the scripture in the song where, and I'm like, okay, wait. So once again, now let me go way back to see where the origin of this word was. The definition always the same. So when I looked up a wretch, and I'm like, do y'all know what y'all are saying? Do y'all know what y'all are saying? Wait a minute. That saved a wretch like me. So at what point were you a wretch? And I remember asking my dad, there was people that didn't know what the word meant. They just knew it meant something bad because of the way it was used in the song. So I said, so were you ever a wretch? Not one person that I asked that question to could admit and said, well, yeah, I was a wretch. Well, I mean, no, I didn't do those things. But okay, but you sing it in the song. So are you singing the song because it means something? Or is it just part of a church routine of you singing a particular song, but listen to the words? One day, I'm watching Dick Gregory speak. And it's funny because he spoke about this song. And he said, if they was sitting there talking about Amazing Grace, how sweet this sound, that saved a whore like me, would you be singing it then? But because you know what a whore is and you didn't know what a wretch was, but then when you look at the word, the fact that it's in a gospel song, you feel like you're being blasphemy to God, like God wrote the damn song, right? But you're saying these things and you don't even know what the fuck the words mean. And I used to just listen to these songs and feel depressed. So there's certain things I refuse to sing and be a part of, right? Well, see my point? When you don't know something and you claim it? Yeah, because he could have replaced that word wretch with a whole lot of things that people was. A whore, a liar, a backstabber, a pimp, a drug dealer. He could have said, he could have used, he had a choice of words. But I'm saying. And the story of that song where the guy was a slave owner. Yeah, the guy that wrote this song was a slave owner. And he claimed he was on a ship one day and he had slaves on the ship and, you know, did what he knows, normal routine during the day. And so basically, and him having his slaves there, not feeding him and taking care of them properly, like there's some pets, right? This storm happened and his boat's getting thrown all around and he's so scared he's going to lose his life that all of a sudden he comes out and starts yelling to God. He's sorry. He'll change his life. If he let him live, he'll be a better man. And I said, and all of a sudden the storm stopped. So in other words, God made that storm, not Mother Nature. It had nothing to do with nature. God started that storm purposely to scare him. So what did God say? I'm gonna start a storm, and unless he convinced me to stop it, I'm gonna kill him. So he started the storm solely for him. Okay. Well, God spared him and stopped him, but didn't stop slavery. Didn't stop 400 years of slavery. But he stops a one guy who claims I'll do better, but allowed all these other people to be slaves in the first place. And see, when I hear these stories, and I hear these songs, and I look at how people are so programmed to believe something, they'll get angry with you because you don't believe what they believe in. But they can't even tell you why they believe in something other than, well, my mother was a Christian, my father was a Christian, and so I'm a Christian, and my grandma. Okay, so that's your reason for being one. Okay, do you understand what you read? Do you understand anything other than just, I was told to do this and that? Do you have an understanding of what you read? And like I told you, I sit down with many people. So don't disrespect yourself and make a fool out of yourself like you talking to some uneducated guy that don't know how to read and write and comprehend what something means. A whole lot of people got the wrong meanings of what's going on. And this is exactly why the church is in the position it is in now. And you see people walking around here right now suffering and going through everything, and they keep praying and hollering to God, but they keep getting worse and worse. They're dying, they're losing their homes, they're losing loved ones. All these things are happening, and you got the solution for everybody because you like I said, you walk around here dressed in a certain way, and you got this ego about yourself with your little thick beards or whatever the fuck going on. That don't mean shit. I'm not here to be no prophet for nobody. I'm not here to, claiming it. No, I know what I know though, and I know what I understand. And one thing I can tell you, out of everything that I read and understand and comprehend, there's no proof that any of that shit is real. It's what you choose to believe to direct your life to make you a better person. I cannot direct somebody else by telling them a book says this and this is what. No. I do this for my own knowledge and understanding of what is in here. What's in these books. So don't ever talk to me like you talking to some fucking crackhead that doesn't understand shit. And you must feel guilty of what I said to make your stupid ass respond. Like I'm talking directly to fucking you. Give a fuck about that, what the fuck you believe in. Fuck you, man. I don't care. I don't care about a religious belief. Okay? Christians owned slaves and they were religious too. So fuck you. Don't tell me nothing about what somebody believe or what you believe as if it's factual. Don't even know the difference from fact and opinions, do we? No, we don't. It'd just be like if your kid is going to college or something, would you ever tell your kid, don't get an education, don't learn more, you're fine just the way you are? Now, if they're cool with what they know and where they are, fine. But you wouldn't tell them, oh, ain't no need for you to go, why you want to go? No, you get the education you feel that you want and need, man. You go out there and you learn. All y'all do is repeat something that somebody tell y'all. Y'all open the book and think y'all got all the answers for life. No. You know how many, and for the record, do you know how many countless people have called me and said, yo, Aries, thank you. I'm like, what's going on? Thank me for what? No, what we were talking about. I was just reading this passage and now I understand what you were saying. It's just like me telling people, the Lord says you should be holy, for I am holy. The Lord never said you should be a Christian. You should be a Muslim. You should be a Jehovah's Witness. You understand? He never said any of that. He said, ye should be holy, for I am holy. Those religions didn't even come until after the Bible was written. And here's the funny part. You know, like Seventh-day Adventists, for example. God said the rest of the seventh day, and okay. So, Seventh-day Adventists. This stuff comes out. These are all man-made. And then they're telling you, even like Christians, no, Christianity was not a religion. It's what they called themselves. It's like I'm an Aries. That's my zodiac sign. That's all. That's all. So if me being an Aries, okay, that would be like somebody stupid going, oh, well, I can't watch Aries zodiac. Why? I'm not an Aries. No. It was no, oh, we're Christians and this is our religion. No, it wasn't about that. It was what they called themselves. Yes. Okay. It's what they called themselves. These were disciples of Christ. Okay. They hadn't even, listen, there's people that didn't even meet Christ. Never seen him. Like Paul, for example, never met Christ. Never met Jesus, but always was speaking on his teachings and a whole lot of stuff. A whole lot of stuff that I know you guys, that people, I hear them speaking and they read these things and we go over it and then they realize, oh shit, damn, I was wrong. I thought, no, there was no such thing as Baptist in the Bible. John the Baptist was a baptizer. There was no religion called Baptist back then. That shit all came later, way after, hundreds of years later. If you look up the fucking, I used to have this paper. I don't know what happened to it, and it really irritated me because I go online and find it, and I can't find this anymore. I had got it screenshotted, and I had got it blown up like some years ago. If you look at the founder of all these religions, and there's pictures of them in black and white, they have on suits. Who the fuck in the biblical days is wearing suits and ties? Yeah, so all these pagan religions that you see, they're all man-made regardless to what you want to believe. They're man-made. Oh, Jesus made you. I'm like, wow. I know what I'm referring to when I say the things I say. And I know damn well there's people that talk a lot of shit, don't know what they're talking about. They don't know what they're talking about. You show me one religion that's in the Bible. Show me one. Show me one religion. Well, I'm not talking about, people call themselves Christians. It was not a religion. And even in the Bible where it mentions people being too superstitious with their beliefs. See, this is what I'm talking about. So all this shit that people talk about and support that you never seen happen and will never see happen. There's nothing supernatural that I can tell you I experienced. Not that even I did it, but I saw it. You would not believe me. I saw a guy take 3 loaves of bread, 3 fish and a loaf of bread. Yo, he fed like 600 people. You wouldn't believe that shit. You wouldn't believe that. Oh, well, he must have been touched by God. Did y'all ever hear this story about this little Haitian boy? I can't remember the boy's name. But they were saying that this little boy was touched by God. People would be sick. The boy would go in there and touch them, and all of a sudden, they were okay. Somebody have a broken leg. He go touch them. All of a sudden, the boy was okay. And they talked about how they wanted to bring him to America. And they wanted people to witness these things he was doing. They wanted to make money off him. Now, I don't know how true this story is, but I heard this from like so many Haitian people. And they said that they brought the boy to America. And when they brought him to America, he wasn't happy. He was miserable. And I'm like, why? It's because he wanted to help the people. And when they bring him to America, they want you to make the money over here. And I said, okay, so wait. So he was touched by God. Yes, he because God worked through him. And so the boy, but when he come, he died. The boy go deeper and he died. I said, okay, so in other words, this boy was doing all these healings and touching people. So God didn't want him to help and touch people anywhere other than Haiti. He was just meant to help people in Haiti. But you see, this because you have to understand the boy is he do this thing is God wants him to help Haiti the people because and I'm just listening to him and I'm like, so of all the things that Haiti's going through, all the crisis that's happening. And this person told me this after the earthquakes, which I was telling people about this machine called the heart machine, which NASA has. It's a whole lot of shit I know y'all don't know. I know y'all don't know. That's why when I say certain things, people, they just talk and don't understand. If you go online and pull up NASA has a heart machine, or what is the heart machine? What does the heart machine that NASA invented do? Go pull it up. Go read about Project Bluebeam. And then come and get back to me. And I guarantee you, I can sit here and talk about some shit. Y'all go, damn, okay. So when this happened back in 1989 or whatever, and blah, blah, blah. And it's shit that people act like life stopped after this book was written. But bottom line, I said, now you telling me all these things that this little boy was put here by God. So you telling me that man is stronger than God, basically, because if his purpose was to be here in Haiti and God put him here for that purpose to heal people, why would God not protect him and allow him to be taken just so he can die? So what's the moral of the story? Well, you see, and the person was just talking, but not making any sense. And never could make any valid points by answering my questions, just deflecting and saying everything other than what I'm asking them. So my point is, and I heard so many people tell this story. Okay, the stories about zombies, people being buried alive, and all of a sudden the zombies are walking around and digging themselves out of graves and all this type of stuff. And I mean, so all of these different things. I don't believe in none of that shit, okay? There's people that believe in witchcraft. They believe in voodoo. They believe in all that stuff. That's your business. That's your, hey, I don't. I'm not saying it to offend you, but if I offend you, then, hey, that's your problem because I'm supposed to believe in something just because you want me to? No, I don't believe in any of that. Someone made a voodoo doll of me and was sticking it and doing all this kind of stuff. Well, I didn't feel anything. Brought it to work, got it so fired and everything. Oh, yeah. Crazy stuff. Yeah. And people was, scared for me calling my phone. My phone was off because I was in the gym. Bally's Total Fitness. Remember when Bally's was open? Yeah, I was in the gym. Young man, and they're working out in the gym. So my phone was off in the locker. I didn't know anything. And this was the Nokia phone. This was like 1995. Nokia. Remember those Nokia cell phones? They're like the cordless house phones, had the little tiny screen. Yeah, in my locker. People calling me, wanting to know if I was okay, this and this and this. You ain't know what the hell they was talking about. So yeah, kidding about the little voodoo doll she made. You see this shit in movies. You need a strand of hair of somebody or a piece of clothing, something that belonged to the bright. I don't care about none of that shit, man. I don't care about any of that. Do you understand what I'm saying? These superstitious people that believe shit, don't open an umbrella in the house, don't split a pole when you're walking, all this kind of stuff. We got too many people walking around here scared of just scared of stuff. Worried about stuff, but yet stuff that happens in real time, in real life, y'all don't see the harm in it. Y'all don't see the harm in it until something goes wrong. So, yeah, just wanted to make these points to you guys, man. We needed to get it together as human beings and stop focusing on skin color, stop worrying about trying to harm each other, stop worrying about feeling like we could just say and do what we want. We're obviously not caring about what other people feel when we say things. We don't worry about how our words affect someone else. But yet, when somebody clearly has rotten, evil intentions, we're supposed to turn the other cheek. Because, see, it takes no effort whatsoever to be a coward. And then when somebody stands up to the bullies, guess what happens? But everybody deserves a second chance. Yeah, fuck that and fuck you. Certain things people do, it's like, if I decide to not deal with you physically, if I decide to not be around you, don't want you in my presence, I'm not going to walk around with I'm angry, punching holes in the wall, but me and you can't be cool. It's as simple as that. So you get to keep your legs and your health intact, but other than that, no. So if it doesn't escalate to that, don't lead to that, be grateful. But certain things, nah, I will never look at a person the same way. I don't care if they apologize a million times. Remember Hulk Hogan? I think my kid's dating a black guy, man. Yeah, man. Fucking niggers, man. Imagine how many people don't know that Hulk Hogan said that. And then they grow up, oh, Hulk Hogan, I remember, yeah, I saw a video, and he this and that. Then they come to find out what he said. But they coming up in the time where, oh, everybody says nigger. They don't see the problem with any of it. WWE had to ban him for a little while, and certain companies didn't want to work with him because of what he said. So, even like for Ryan, talk about he want to go to UFC. If Dana White is willing to work with Ryan, after all that, what did that say about Dana White? No, who the fuck really wants to work with a guy like that? But you see, the times are changing. The times are changing. Nothing's wrong anymore. You can say nigger, you can say, why can't you? You want to walk up and touch a woman's ass? So what? It's not rape, you just touched it, so what? Maybe one day a guy will rape a woman and they'll say, well, you should have gave it to him. Who knows? Because people just don't want rules to exist anymore. They want you to be able to just say and do what you want. And that freedom of speech shit, okay, cool. Everybody that claimed that you have the freedom of speech, notice something, and that came out of Tiafimo's mouth, but notice how aggravated Tiafimo gets when somebody say he's ducking a fighter. Notice how aggravated he gets when somebody bring up certain fighters' names that he don't want to. So that person is just expressing their freedom of speech. So you can't feel no kind of way. Because you support freedom of speech no matter how ignorant it is. That's why people, you ever been standing in line at Walmart or something and you got a kid with you? I told that bitch to suck my dick. Fuck that bitch. Blah, 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 blah. They see kids right there. They see elderly people. They don't care. They don't care. There's no respect anymore. People don't have morals. Why do you think people get their ass beat so much? Why do you think people get killed? I've seen people have some words with somebody out in the fucking road, jump out their car, and then walk back to the person's car. And that person get out their car because they don't back down. Now that person run to their trunk and get their gun and call that self-defense. No, stupid, that's not self-defense. You got out your car to walk back to this person's car. That person, like, fuck that. They get out, they're in a convertible. So they're going to sit there and let you pounce on them? So no, they get out the car to defend themselves. Now you run to your trunk and get a gun and call that shit self-defense. No. That's not what that is. That's like going to somebody's fucking house and stealing their furniture and then get caught and say, officer, I'm not a thief. I'm just a furniture relocator. No, bitch, you're a thief. You're stealing someone's furniture. Well, officer, you say stealing. Why does it have to be stealing? No, nothing's wrong. Everything now is just, we can just say and do what we want. So no. Cowards are going to be cowards. People talk about forgiveness and don't even talk to their own flesh and blood. Don't even talk to their own relatives. And you know what I find funny about Floyd and Tank Davis? Because Tank kept making video after video after video talking about Floyd. They talk about how he's stuck over there in Saudi Arabia, the nigga broke, he lying to y'all, he trying to trick y'all, yo, he ain't pay his taxes, all this shit, he owe money over there. Remember all that shit he was saying? They holding him hostage over there, he making fun of it, whatever was supposed to be happening. All of a sudden, I see Floyd sitting up here on the video with his granddaughter, with his grandbaby. Yet he's stuck in Saudi. I'm saying all this shit that was being said. Talking about you fuck this daughter. Ryan talked about you fuck this daughter. You know, you and Floyd got words back and forth, but he has nothing to say to Ryan. Nothing about Ryan. Okay? Okay? Just saying. So the worse type of person that you are, the more respect you get from certain people. So for the people that said, fuck Ryan, I'm done with him. Good for y'all. That's good for y'all. But for the people that's making excuses for this dude and talking on, he needs help. I think, okay. Just make sure y'all have that same energy with everybody else. But we know how subjective people are. So anyway, I just wanted to really make, a long-ass video. Y'all know what it is. Like I said, throw me on, clean your house, wash your dishes, do whatever the hell, wash your clothes. Just let me rock. Talk to me in the comment section, y'all. Never fall in love with lies. Remember, the truth brings hate out of people, and I will catch y'all on the next video.